brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Hello and welcome inside the broadcast booth on a beautiful afternoon at Hot Springs County High School. Bobcat football coming to you live here in week number 4 as the Cats try to get in the win column as they welcome in a Utah foe, the Rich County Rebels. A long road trip on over here to Hot Springs County, but the Rich Rebels are in town to take on your hometown Hot Springs County Bobcats on homecoming night. I'm Jordan McCamey, along with me, as always, Kevin Simpson. Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing great today, Jordan. Thanks. Yeah, Rich County, Utah comes to town today, and I'll just take a quick second. I had a lot of questions in town this week about you. Why are we playing Why are we playing somebody from Utah? And the best explanation I got from this was kind of went back to last year when we talked to the AD, Brandon Daramidi, and he just kind of said, Rich is up there in the top corner of Utah. Logistically, there's just not a lot of schools for travel-wise that work for them the same size competitively. So they kind of wanted to hop in and play our 2A West schedule, which if you hop right over the border of Wyoming, you've got Kemmer, Cokeville, Lyman, Mountain View, all right there. And then you put in Thermop and Lovell as kind of your two outliers. But for those listening that have been listening for that explanation all week, that's the best I can give you. And here we are. So Utah, here we come.
Absolutely. So the Rich County Rebels in town. It is homecoming week, so during the halftime they'll have the royalty introductions as well as some of those festivities related to homecoming going on, as the Bobcats going to be in the all-purple tonight, looking for their first victory of the season, trying to make the Utah foe, the Rich County Rebels, their first victims of the season. This is the Gotchi pregame show on the Wind River Radio Network, coming to you on the dial at 101.7 KDNO, as well live via YouTube through wyotoday.com. Head on over to wyotoday.com and click that listen live link, or click on that listen live link, and then it'll take you on over to YouTube page. Click on that Thermopolis versus Rich County High School football link there, and that'll get you the live video stream. Again, this is the Gotchi pregame show on the Wind River Radio Network. On the other side, we got going a little late, so we're going to jump right into the weekly talk with the head man in charge, head coach Matt McPhee, and of course that'll be along with my broadcast partner Kevin Simpson. That coming your way next. This is the Gotchi pregame show on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones Financial Advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted jackrabbit java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Kevin Simpson sitting down with head coach of the Bobcats, Coach McPhee. Thanks again, Coach, for taking time today to talk to me.
You bet, Kevin.
So last week, the Bobcats hosted the Mountain View Buffs. The Bobcats fell 34-14 in what I would consider an action-packed game. Lots of offensive stats put up in that game. After going back and looking at the film, what were your takeaways and analysis of that game?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you can look at a lot of things, and proud of our boys. We talked about it Friday night. Went in 14-0 at half, clawed back into it, cut it to 14-7. They bump up 28-7. We bump back. We hit some scores. I guess the bottom line after watching it on film, we just have to score more. I think you look at some numbers right now. We're moving the football. We're doing some things, but the only number that matters really at the end of the day is getting in the end zone, and we're not doing that at a good enough clip right now. So. Field position's a big part of it too. And I thought Friday versus Mountain View that, both teams kind of had short fields at times, I guess, if you will. But I think going forward, and we've talked about it as a staff, focusing on winning that field position battle can help us score some points going forward.
So this week is a matchup of what I call historic proportions. The Bobcats take on an opponent from Utah in Rich County Rebels. To my knowledge, Thermopolis has never taken on an opponent from Utah, let alone maybe even out of state. So in one game, you could become the most winning or the most losing Bobcat coach against opponents from Utah. I've dug around a little bit. It's hard to find information on Rich County. I'm sure you've done your homework. You've looked at film. You've scouted them. What can we expect to see out of them as a football team?
Well, yeah, it is interesting that we've got a team from Utah on the schedule. In fact, everyone in 2A West has got them on the schedule, so we have been able to see a little bit of film on them. They beat Kemmer a week ago in a rather low-scoring game, 21-0. I think was the final. They lost a close one, 14-12 to Mountain View. When you watch them, they're going to remind you a little bit of a Cokeville team in the past. I mean, they're a little bit of triple option. Double wing type stuff. The ball's not going to go in the air very much, but they're a scrappy football team. Watching them on film, they got a little linebacker, fullback that is you're going to see him all over the field. You'll be calling his number all night, number 20. Not sure what his last name is. He's just a number to us, but he looks like a heck of a football player. But we feel like we've got a couple good kids that we're going to throw out there on Friday night as well. So. Lot to be unknown, to be figured out yet, but they're going to be scrappy, and we look forward to the challenge.
The Bobcats have had lots of success so far throwing the football, leading 2A in passing yards per game. However, the Bobcats rank last in 2A for rushing yards per game. Is this offensive balance a concern for you, or is this maybe just the offensive style that we're going to expect going forward?
I think the only thing that's a concern right now, Kevin, is scoring points. I've been at this long enough to know that we've led 2A in rushing. I love to run the ball. I really do. I feel like we've got some pretty talented kids that can catch it, and Gavin's doing a pretty good job at quarterback. He needs to make better decisions. I mean, we had a pick. I think it was tipped Friday against Mountain View down on the 10-yard line going in. There's a lot of different things that we can wrap it around, but at the end of the day, we need to get the ball in the end zone, and we'd love to run the ball better. I guess to answer your question, absolutely. I mean, I think averaging 30 yards a game on the ground that's not good enough. We've got a good running back. Granted, he can catch. He had 220 yards receiving the other night, but Rhodey's got to get more yards on the ground, and we've got to have a little bit better track record there, and look for us to establish the ground game a little bit more on Friday night.
So Friday night, it's the homecoming game. I mean, what other big keys that we haven't hit on then, I guess, that we need to talk about that would give you guys a homecoming victory?
Well, again, I don't know. I mean, we'll play the game Friday night. We'll figure it out. There's been a lot of extracurriculars going on. It is homecoming week, but I feel like our kids are dialed in. I think we've had a good week of practice, and we'll go out and see how it goes. I think we're getting better. I really do. I know, you look at it, and we're 3 games in. We lost a couple kids. We had some injuries early. We're getting back to healthy. I think we've got Zane Stam back this week. We should be healthy, better up front, and more experience with some of these young kids. We still have young kids out there. We really do. Granted, we've got Gavin and Rhodey as the seniors that are kind of leading that offense and defense, but around them are a whole bunch of young guys, and I think that you're going to see them make more and more plays each week.
Excellent. Well, I figured since you're playing a school from Utah this week, we're going to do a little Utah trivia for rapid fire.
Wow, Utah.
I believe you got some roots there, correct?
I do. Both of my folks are from Utah, so I should get every one of these right.
Well, don't let them down.
All
Here
right.
we go. What town is Rich County, Utah's high school located in?
How about Randolph?
You're correct. What is the capital of Utah?
Salt Lake City.
Yep. What is the USPS abbreviation for Utah?
UT.
The Four Corners Monument signifies where Utah and what other 3 states meet to share a border?
Nevada, Arizona, and Colorado.
Incorrect. Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico.
Oh.
Do more or less than 3 million people live in Utah?
Ooh, that's tough. I'm going to say less.
Incorrect. More, 3.15 million.
Wow, let's just ask trick questions here, Kevin. Come on.
Still above. What number of the 50 states is Utah? So like in the realm
when they joined
when
the
they
union?
joined the union.
Gosh. 42.
45th.
Yeah, that's close enough. Give me credit.
Rich County is one out of how many Utah counties?
Ooh. 28.
Very close, 29.
Give
I'll
me
give you
credit.
half. I'll give you half credit. How many national parks is Utah home to?
Well, you've got national parks, right?
National.
Zion, Bryce, and I'm missing one, so 3.
5.
Holy cow! There's
Arches, Bryce, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, and Zion.
Wow.
How many professional sports teams does Utah have?
True, like major league professional or just any professional?
Professional, just.
Okay. Lots. Let's say 11.
We're gonna call true. I guess true.
Well, they've got the NBA team. They've got the Jazz, and
Yep.
then they've got. You're giving the kicking motion. Yeah, I think that's it.
It's soccer is the other one. The real Salt Lake soccer team.
I don't know that that's a sport.
All right, last one. What's the state bird of Utah?
State bird of Utah has got to be the magpie.
No, the California gull, which I found interesting.
That is interesting.
All right, we're gonna do 3 college picks. Let's pick a few of them. Last week you went 2-1 in our pregame picks, and I gave you credit for the UW pick in our postgame interview. So you went basically 3-1 last week. Bring your total to 8-2 on the season, doing well. All 3 of these games are featuring opponents, both being in the top 25 this week. So number 20 Florida on the road at number 11 Tennessee. Tennessee 10.5 point favorites.
It's a lot of points to hang. I'd take Florida.
Clemson on the road at number 21 Wake Forest. Clemson 7 point favorites.
I'd take Clemson to cover that.
Arkansas is number 10 going on the road At number 23, Texas A&M. Basically a coin flip game here with A&M being favored 1.5 at home.
Arkansas, I got something. I don't know what that coach's name was to him a couple weeks ago. Anyways, take those Razorbacks.
All right. Well, again, thanks for your time. I appreciate it, and good luck versus the Rich County Rebels at homecoming.
Sounds good. Thanks, Kevin.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Gotchi pregame show on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson alongside you. And, of course, part of our pregame features is our keys to the game. And for that, I'll turn it on over to Kevin.
Having a plan is one of the keys to a successful future. Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Edward Jones, your local financial advisor. And one of the keys I'm going to say right now is we're going to respect the national anthem, and we're going to take a break, and we will come back and finish these up.
Back after this on the Wind River Radio Network.
Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal and Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Welcome back inside the Gotchi pregame show on the Wind River Radio Network, 101.7 KDNO, streaming via live video through wyotoday.com. Head to wyotoday.com, click on that sports tab on top, then click here to watch live high school sports, then hit on the Thermopolis versus Rich County YouTube box there, and I'll have a streaming live video. So we're going to jump into those keys of the game and right back to Kevin.
All right, key to one, I mentioned it last week, and you heard it in my coach's interview with Coach McPhee, was balance that offense. They need to establish a run, get back to some of those basics in the run offense, and not put all the burden on Gavin Shumway and his receivers out there. Key number two, limit the mistakes. Last week we saw they were driving. Bobcats driving could have put it into a one-score game. A fumble, it ran all the way back for a touchdown, really kind of put that nail in the coffin for the Bobcats. And key number three is, hey, it's homecoming, guys. Let's feed off of the crowd. You've got a lot of people in town, family in town, alumni. Hopefully they're a little loud tonight and fired up. But on the flip side of that, it's been a long week for these students too, and a lot of distractions come with homecoming, so not let those come into play as well. And those are your Edward Jones Keys to the Games, brought to you by your local financial advisor, Travis Winger.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate those keys of the game, and I definitely agree with that. The game-changing plays capitalize on the other team's mistakes, limit our own. Seems like a simple concept, but at the end of the day, it is an important one when it comes to high school football, especially in games that have been so close for the Bobcats. Let's jump into our starting lineup. It's kind of a team unity moment, apparently, for Rich County. They did not line up for their starting lineup introduction, but we'll go over them for you here on the Wind River Radio Network. Our starting lineups, of course, are brought to you by Sutherland's. Starting for the Rich County High School Rebels, they'll go with number 2, Noah Peria Jr. Then it's a senior, number 3, Trey Walker. Then it's number 5, a junior at 6'1", Jaden Desch. Then they'll go with their quarterback, the senior, number 10, Hunter Pace. Another starter, number 11, a junior, Levi Stonehouse. Number 20, a senior, is Max Perry. Then they'll go with the senior, number 58, Jordan Johnson. Moving on to number 60, a 5'10" sophomore, Talon Pace. Then it's number 68, Carson Meerbrook. He's a junior, and rounding out the Rebel lineup as a sophomore, number 73, Jadix Chandler. So those are the starters for the Rich County Rebels. They are in their white jerseys here out on the road, blue numbers, black trim, blue helmets, black pants with the stripe down the side for the Rich County Rebels. For the Thermopolis Bobcats, they'll go this way on the offensive side. Both number 1, sophomore Delmonico Dukes, and then it'll be the kicker there, the senior, number 3, Owen McCumber. That's the quarterback, number 10, the senior, Gavin Shumway, followed up by number 11, Rhodey Farrell, the senior running back in the starting lineup there. Then it's the fullback, a freshman, number 12, Armani Dukes. Number 23 is Ryan Aarons, a sophomore wide receiver, followed up with Chris Aarons wearing number 32. He is also on the outside, lined up a wide receiver. Number 52, Jessen Bassey, the offensive lineman. He's a junior. And the sophomore, number 55, Zane Stam, back from injury, back on that offensive line and at the safety spot on defense. Number 60 is Logan Defoe, a sophomore on the line. Then it's Mason Reese, junior, wearing number 71, and rounding out the Bobcat lineup is number 77, the sophomore offensive lineman, Brody Sorensen. The Bobcats tonight on homecoming in the all-purples, yellow numbers, white trim, Bobcat across the back of those jerseys, purple helmets, and the Hot Springs County High School Bobcat logo on those purple helmets with a white stripe down the center. Coin toss happening here at midfield as we'll decide who's going to get the opening kickoff of this one. But we'll tell you those starting lineups again, brought to you by Sutherland. That wraps up our Gotchi pregame show here on a Friday night in Thermopolis. A beautiful day for football. Kevin, again, a number of early kickoffs throughout the season. We'll have some on the road, a 5 o'clock or a 4 o'clock, and then a 2 o'clock kickoff the next couple of weeks in Pinedale and Lyman. But this one, couldn't ask for a better day for afternoon football. Yeah, it's close to 80 degrees out there, I think. And, yeah, like no weather, I don't think, in the forecast like we had last week. So it should be sunny and warm, and hope the kids are well hydrated out there today. Yeah, absolutely. And, again, homecoming will go that way. And the coin toss happened there. It looks like the Thermopolis Bobcats lost the opening toss there and deferred. So the Rich County Rebels deferred on this one, which is weird because he said that there was a deferral on the coin flip, but then Rich County's going to kick off. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there. So I don't know if we can get something squared away. But the Bobcats are going to get the football first on the kickoff, and what I thought was a defer to the second half, but maybe just the head referee there in charge may have just hand signaled out there. So you have to guess on homecoming night the Bobcats probably won the toss, neglected to take the football first. That's what I would think, but I saw the same hand signals you did. So who knows? Maybe the head referee is not ready for a 4 o'clock game yet. So we'll see. Maybe they're not awake yet. And we are ready for football, though. The Bobcats going to be moving right to left on 101.7 KDNO as you tune in on the radio. And, of course, you can find that live broadcast via YouTube on YOToday.com. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson, and bringing you live Bobcat action throughout this 2022 season. And we're ready for week number 4 as the officials are ready. Rich County Rebels ready, and the homecoming squad, the Hot Springs County Bobcats, ready to receive the opening kickoff. 12 minutes up on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. And approaching to kick this one away is Jaden Desch, sends it deep down the field, and underneath it is Rhodey Farrell. The senior catches it at the 15-yard line, moves here to the near side. Gets pound, a couple of Rich County Rebels there, takes on some contact, fighting through tackles near the 40-yard line. A physical run back there for Rhodey Farrell as he caught it on that far side hash and brought it all the way here to the near side right in front of the Bobcat bench right at the 40-yard line. Good field position for the Cats. Yeah, like you said, very good hard run by Rhodey. Broke a couple tackles, and last guy taking him down really had to fight to wrangle him to the ground as well, and just kind of ran out of real estate over here on the near sideline. Bobcats going to start naked in that shotgun with Gavin Shumway, the quarterback in that shotgun set. Trips out to the right side now, moving in motion across the formation here to the near side is Armani Duke. So Twins to the near side, trips to the far side right. Gavin Shumway, he's going to roll out. He is in trouble here. He's going to throw it, and he's going to throw an interception. First one there was Shumway, threw it right into the waiting hands of Noah Perry, and the first mistake of the game, it was going to go to one of these squads, and unfortunately the Bobcats turn it over on the very first play of the game, and the Rebels are in scoring position right away.
And they must not have been listening to our keys to the game, because that's not how you want to start off. Very first thing, Gavin just kind of under pressure, and he's trying to make something happen. It's
I feel like that was a miscommunication on the line, because that was a ton of pressure on the side that he was rolling out to. I understand if he was rolling away and they were chasing him down, but it just seemed like a little miscommunication there as the line kind of let him burst through on that far side. Rich County Rebels will come out here. They have a couple of players that sit at quarterback. The sophomore Carter Hoffman, the senior number 10 Hunter Pace. Looks like it's going to be Hoffman under center, deep back in this trips look out to the near side right. Now they'll motion, move that out to the outside right. Running with it is Hoffman. Runs into a couple of hits here on the near side up near the, looks like the 19-yard line there. So going to be a hard 4 that time for Hoffman. So we'll see the sophomore Hoffman in there. We expect to see some of Hunter Pace as well. They do throw it a little bit, but I think it's more out of this option look, so I don't think it's anything downfield, mostly short looks. Set out the trips to the left side. You got Hunter Pace, the deep quarterback there. Now they'll move it out to the near side. Now they're going to throw it over the top. A great play, but overthrowing his man was Hunter Pace that time. Wide open was Trey Walker, but he missed him.
That was a really well-designed play, and Bobcats bid on the fake, and the quarterback just ended up flat out missing him.
Yeah, again, you got this very young Bobcats lineup. It's hard not to bite on that motion. That was a great fake there, and it was a wide-open touchdown if Hoffman could have hooked up that time with Trey Walker, but he won't. So it's a 3rd down and long here with Hunter Pace going under center. He'll take the snap. Now I'll hand it off to the outside for Noah Perry. Ran into some trouble, but then he breaks a tackle right near the first down marker, right at the 15-yard line. He's short. 4th down upcoming, a 4th and 2. So a 4-yard gain there. Should have been less than that, though. You give the Rich County Rebels, could have been a 4th and long, but now it's a 4th and short. So you imagine they're going to go for it over on the other side, and they will. And again, it's Pace under center. Twins out to the left, single man to the right. Running straight forward this time is Pace, and I think he's going to have enough to pick this one up down near the 10. I think they're going to mark it at the 10, so a 6-yard pickup on that one for Hunter Pace. So again, a couple of an early mistake by Thermopolis, a turnover there, then the first opportunity to get it back. Did not pull that off. Now it's a 1st and goal look here, so you have 10 yards to make a stand on this opening drive with 10:14 to play on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, Bobcats put in a really tough position right out the gate here.
So Pace in the backfield, Max Perry, the running back there. Single man here to the near side, trips out to the left. Now motion into the backfield, getting it in the backfield. Now thrown over the top there is, that was Pace that threw it over the top, and he had his man into the end zone. Go the Rich County Rebels. Looks like Trey Walker got that reception. Again, just tons of motion from this Rich County Rebel team, and then the Bobcats couldn't keep track of them all. They nearly had Pace in the backfield, though. Just, again, a couple of broken tackles, the difference there. So it's 6-0 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard in favor of the Rich County Rebels as they are here on the road. They'll go for, see if they go for a PAT or if they go for 2. Looks like they will set up the PAT, as doing the kicking again will be Trey Walker, the senior running back / receiver, and it'll be the senior Hunter Pace doing the holding. And strapping something onto the foot here. I don't know if it's a toe cover or what that is there for Trey Walker. But here comes the snap for the PAT. It's low. It is muffed there. And now they're going to throw it over the top. Ends up being a 2-point conversion there, as releasing out was Jaden Desch. A strange 2-point conversion completed there. It can't really fault the Bobcats coming after it. A low snap, and it just happened to be that Pace is the quarterback, and the 2-point conversion is up and good. 8-0 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard in favor of the Rich Rebels. Bobcats get the football back on the other side. 8-0 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, 9:51 to play here from Hot Springs County High School. This is Bobcat football on 101.7 KDNO.
Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center. It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
And welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. An early mistake by the Bobcats turns into 8 for the Rich County Rebels with a 10-yard touchdown from Pace to Walker, and then Pace completing a odd 2-point conversion to Jaden Dash. A deep kick here for Rody Farrell. Caught it at the 5-yard line. Inside the end zone, coming to the near line again, has some blocking, cuts up the field. He's at the 40, still down the sideline, dragging Rich County Rebels along for a ride out to the 45-yard line. So Farrell twice now giving the Bobcats exceptional field position. See what Thermopolis can do with it this time around.
Yeah, like I said, not a very good start there. Bobcats 1 play, 1 turnover, and already near midfield with the kickoff return. So let's see if we can shore this up a little bit.
Looks like Farrell and both Farrell and Shumway going to be in the backfield here. For Thermopolis, looking to the sideline to bring in the play. Twins here to the near side and to the far side right. Aarons and Dukes out on that far side right, and Aarons and Dukes here on the near side. They'll hand it off outside for Ryan Aarons. He's got a little bit of room. He's cut down from behind and going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards there. See where they do finally mark it. So from the 46 of the Bobcats to the 47 of the Rebels, so a 7-yard burst that time for Ryan Aarons on the first positive play of the day for the Cats.
Good hard run.
Bobcats again look to the sidelines. So you got Ryan Aarons, Delmonico Dukes here on the near side, Armani Dukes, and Chris Aarons on that far side right. Shotgun set. Rody Farrell off to the right hip of Gavin Shumway. Awaits the snap. Shotgun snap cleanly held there. Outside goes Shumway. He's got Dukes. Dukes a little cut inside. Good coverage by the Rebels, but it's going to be a first down at the 40-yard line. So a 7-yard pickup there from Shumway to Dukes, and Delmonico stays busy as he gets into the receiving early.
Yep, Del Dukes, definitely the top receiver on this Bobcat squad.
Favorite target of Gavin Shumway, and again, the way he's hauling in the ball, why wouldn't he be the favorite? Bobcats inside of Rebel territory at the 40, 8:35 to go, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Shumway surveys the defense, looks at some potential pressure coming in. Aaron's in motion again, near side to far side. They'll hand for Farrell. Tons of Rebels in the backfield, hit almost immediately as he handed that one off back to the 44-yard line, so a 4-yard loss on the first carry for Rody Farrell.
Swallowed up pretty fast there.
Yeah, Bobcats offensive line got to hold a little firmer there. Again, size-wise, it doesn't look like too much of an overmatch for this Bobcat squad. They'll usually be on the smaller side on most games, but this one with Rich look fairly well lined up as the Bobcats send trips out to the far side right. Del Dukes, the single man here to the near side. Shotgun snap. Shumway rolls out to the right, cuts through a couple of Rich County Rebels, has it, throws it over the top, has Del Dukes. He completed it, and he's heading to pay dirt. Touchdown, Bobcats. A late flag coming in on that play, but the Bobcats strike quickly back, but we will check on that flag there. Gavin Shumway, a tip of the cap to the senior leader as he made something out of nothing there as he cut between two Rebel defenders, tosses it over the top, hits Del Dukes for the 44-yard touchdown.
And Shumway was being held he was being actively tackled while he threw that ball, and I wasn't sure he had enough underneath that when he first threw it, and it just kept sailing.
Man, the Rebels, again, they almost must have thought that they had him wrapped up back there because they really let the Bobcats get over the top.
And I missed what the penalty was.
And looks like they're going to bring this one back, Kevin, somewhere. I'm not sure. They're bringing it back to the 30-yard line.
They're going to call holding back here?
No, it's a first down at the 30, but I'm not sure what the penalty was.
So how do we mark that thing?
Because essentially They're saying, was it a 15-yard personal foul at the 15-yard line and then a 15-yarder back? That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe there was a block in the back or something that happened near the 20. Again, maybe find some clarification later on, but the Bobcats still in positive territory at the 30, so call it a 10-yard reception for Del Dukes. As Shumway has Farrell behind him in the shotgun set. They'll throw it to the outside. Farrell has it now, going to try to make a play. He's drugged down, though, out there by Trey Walker right near the sticks, but Farrell's going to go backwards again. A loss of 2 yards, it looks like, so a 2nd and 12 upcoming.
I think that was that a forward pass, I think? I'm not sure if that was a pass or a lateral.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Don't have the good angle on it. It was pretty even that time around.
I'll give it to him as a pass completion.
So a big play erased here with 7:05 to go in the first quarter. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, Rich County 8, Hot Springs County 0. Bobcats thought they had potentially an equalizing touchdown, but instead wiped off by a penalty, and they'll have 2nd and 12 here at the Rebel 32. Farrell, the deep man again. Aaron's in motion here, near side to far side. They'll go for Farrell the other way. Tries to break some tackles. A gang tackle by the Rebels out at the 40. So back to the original line of scrimmage. No, actually losing yardage back to the 35. So going the wrong way. 3rd and 15 upcoming. So 3 more yards lost for Rody Farrell, who's deep into the negative already on a couple of plays.
Yeah, they were definitely counting for number 11.
Makes sense. The Rebels would key in on that. Again, you'll have Aarons and Dukes on each side. Ryan here on the near side. Chris on the far side, right. Del Dukes here on the near side. Shumway has some time. Going to go up over the top, over through Aarons by about 5 yards. That one sails out of bounds here on the near sideline. Bobcats don't have any kind of kicking game. You're kind of in no man's land here. I think you just dial one up, see if you can get over the top where an interception doesn't necessarily hurt you and a big play can get you on the board.
Yeah, I would be surprised if they punt this.
And it looks like they're setting up for a play here on 4th down and 15. So big play here again for the Bobcats. Had a touchdown wiped off by a penalty. As the Bobcats waiting for the play to come in. Trips here to the near side. So Armani and Del Dukes and Ryan Aarons here, and they got twins out to the far side. Now Farrell in motion. Far side and near side, and a flag's going to come in. False start on the Bobcats.
Well,
not a real positive start here for the Bobcats on homecoming. Did make one big play, but unfortunately it was negated by a penalty, and we've talked about the mistakes, and so far the Bobcats are the ones making the big mistakes, and the Rebels took advantage of the first and now trying to get off the field on 4th and 20, and they will, as Farrell's going to end up having to punt this one away, as head coach McPhee from the 40 doesn't want to give the Rebels too positive a territory. Even if this one sails into the end zone, he'll set them up at the 20. We'll see what happens. Farrell again deep back to do the punting. Has it now. Angles the kick. A high kick here. Going to land right around the 10-yard line, straight up in the air. Del Dukes lets it bounce, and they'll swallow it up right around the 11 or 12-yard line. So a good kick that time by Rody Farrell is kind of looking for that coffin corner, but in the end, Rich County not going to field that one as a high, good hang time punt.
I thought I was going to hit Dell in the back of the helmet.
I know, right?
Dell's looking for it and about landed on top of him.
Yeah, just saw his man there and got to it quickly just in case they tried to field it, and then pops down maybe a yard back the other way for the Rebels, but they'll set up what looks like about the their own 11-yard lines. Well, they'll start their second drive of the day. 6:05 to go here in the first quarter. Rich leads at 8-0 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. We'll hand off here from Pace, going to hand it to the inside. The Bobcats taking that man down as he gets lifted off the earth and driven back down right near the line of scrimmage, as that one's going to pick up 2 yards, though. Didn't see the runner coming through. I thought maybe it was Perry. Yeah. So Perry picks up a deuce there. 2nd down and 8. Quickly, Rich ready to go with Pace under center, and it's Perry in motion. They'll give for Perry again. No, it's going to be a fake, and in the backfield, almost hit. Now a rifle. Chance at an interception. It's picked out of the air by the Bobcats. An interception right near the 30-yard line, and popping up with it Is that Stam back there?
Welcome back, Zane Stam.
Zane Stam, we said his name a ton down in Kemmerer, missed him last week against Mountain View, and makes his presence known again as the Bobcats force their first turnover of the game, and it's a quick change of possession of the 5:29 mark here in the first quarter. See if the offense can get rolling in a positive nature. Here's coming onto the field, Ethan Yarrington going to come into the game quickly with Armani Dukes here on the near sideline. Bobcats waiting for the play to be relayed in here from the sideline. So first play here from the 30-yard line inside of Rich County territory. Shumway and Farrell deep in the shotgun set. Good snap. Shumway, a little bit of time. Sets his feet. He's got Dukes, and he just missed him to the inside as Dell was open behind his man, and Shumway looked for a little bit of a line drive pass there and could have put a little puff of air under that one, and he had Dell Dukes open right near the end zone.
Dell just running that post pattern, and he had his defender beat.
I think he's got the pace to get past Jaden Desch. Desch is having to give a lot of room, and now the question is, do you go quick underneath with Desch maybe giving some ground? We'll see what the coaching staff looks to do here. They're going to have to be creative with that defensive line of Rich really causing some trouble there in the trenches. Second down and 10. Shumway with two backs in the backfield now. One straight behind is Farrell. Farrell gets the handoff, cutting past Rebels, and they push forward near a first down right around the right around the 16-yard line, 15-yard line?
Give him a 9-yard gain.
So a 9-yard pop there as the Bobcats now inside the red zone, third and short. Big crowd out for the first time this season for the Bobcats. Been maybe a little bit thinner on Friday afternoons, but homecoming got the entire town out in good voice. Shotgun snap here for Shumway. He's going to give now for Farrell. He's got a little room. He'll cut it up the field. He ran over a man there right around the first down marker and charges ahead to the 10-yard line as it looks like was that Pace he took on or Perry? One of the two there took a wallop as he tried to bring down Farrell.
It's only a 2-yard game. It was a tough 2 yards.
Up down to the 15-yard line. Is that where they have it? No, excuse me, down to the 10-yard line, so it's a first and goal.
From about the 9.5.
Yep, so just inside. It might be just right at the 10. Looks like where they have that marked here on the or over on that far side. Bobcats knocking on the door here with 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter, trailing by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, 8-0 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Shotgun set. It's direct for Farrell. Farrell's going to fake the handoff, try to go forward, but he's going to be bottled up quickly. Might even have lost a yard or two there. Looks like you're going to lose 2 that time for Farrell. So they went with that direct snap for Farrell.
Yeah, they were not fooled by that, and wasn't a whole lot there to work with for Rhodey up the middle.
No, again, the line battle right now there between the offense and defensive lines is being won by Rich here in the early going. Farrell and Shumway in the shotgun set. Farrell off to the far side hip of Shumway. Now Ryan Aaron's in motion from near to far side. He gets the end around carry, still on his feet, trying to get forward near the 10-yard line. Maybe going to pick up half yard, maybe nothing, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. So a third and goal coming up from the 12. So had good motion there as Ryan tried to get the corner there. I'm not sure. He cut it back up the field. I'm not sure if he wouldn't have been better served to try to continue to stretch that out near the far sideline.
He made a couple people miss, but couldn't get his motion going back up field.
Bobcats going to bring this in. They've had some good looks to the air. See if they try to work something here with Shumway. They have trips out to the far side right. Twins here to the near. Rhodey Farrell in motion, near side to far side. Going to set up a little jump off over the middle, but reading it perfectly that time.
Incomplete.
Was Carter Hoffman, as that one's going to be dropped by Farrell. Man, a good play set up there, looking to set up the screen for Farrell. But, man, Carter Hoffman, the sophomore for the Rebels, just read that out the whole way.
I think he's a safety, and he kind of came flying up from that middle safety position. And, yeah, he saw it develop, and he was full steam ahead by the time Rhodey had the ball.
I really love that play design, but again, falls incomplete. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 8-0, and the Bobcats going to be forced to use a timeout here as a little confusion getting that play in. 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard reads Rich County Rebels 8, Hot Springs County 0. Back after this on the Wind River Radio Network.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth here in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Jordan McCamey with you, Kevin Simpson alongside. Timeout here by the Bobcats. A 4th down and goal from the 12-yard line. Armani Dukes back into the game. He'll be the single receiver on the far side. Del Dukes and Ryan Ahrens here on the near side. 2 in the backfield, Ahrens and Farrell. Shotgun snap. Shumway has time, rolls out to the near side, trying to direct traffic. Going to throw it up over the top, and it's going to be intercepted in the back of the end zone, but out of bounds. So a turnover on downs back to Rich County as the Bobcats knock on the door again and fail to convert.
Did they call that an interception back there in the back of the end zone? Or
they called it incomplete out there. Incomplete. Shumway just tried to throw it up there for somebody to make a play, but in the end, they're just too much traffic there and too good a coverage in the secondary there by the Rich Rebels. So a turnover on downs, 2:22 to go in the first quarter. See if the Bobcat defense has another stop in them. Not a ton of offense from either squad. Snap here for the Rebels, going to be pitched outside, going to get it into the hands of Trey Walker. He was hit there, but he keeps driving his feet forward out past the 20-yard line, taken out at the 21-yard line, I think. So probably 8-9 yards there. Well, looks like they're going to mark it just outside the 20, so an 8-yard pickup.
Bobcats, unfortunate happenings, I guess, here as they've had ample opportunity in this first quarter to put some points on the board.
Well, and again, they don't keep those kind of stats. Tough for us to do it, but the yards after contact right now for Rich County, pretty much all their yards have been after contact. Man under center here for the Rebels. Hard count there. Bobcats not biting. Now Pace steps out, now back under his center. Single receiver out to the far side and the near side. Now a delay of game coming. Going to go against the Rich Rebels, so kind of erase that positive first down play. Going to set up a 2nd down and 7 now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what was going on out there. There's a lot of chaos, and I thought Rich was going to end up taking a timeout because I don't think they've used one yet.
Yeah, they have not used one, and no reason to really hang on to it in the first half. But now back him up 5 yards, 2nd down and 7. Under center is Pace. He'll hand quickly here for Walker, and a nice low form tackle there. Taken down. That was number 60, Logan Defoe, with a great stick on Trey Walker. So he managed to chunk up about 2 yards there, but man, great form that time from Logan Defoe. That's how you tackle.
Yeah, he just got low, and you always hear low man wins. So
yeah, a little Omaha drill there.
There you go.
That win that time goes to the defensive lineman, Logan Defoe. Good tackle by the sophomore. Protecting the edge. 3rd down and 5. Big play here in the early going for the Bobcats with Pace going under center. Motion from Walker. They'll give for Walker. Walker cuts up, takes on a couple of Bobcats, spins away after contact again out near the 25-yard line. That's going to be probably enough for a first down, and it is. So a pickup of 7 yards on 3rd down and 5, and allow the first down of the 25-yard line. So defense will stay out on the field here for the Bobcats. Again, more contact and unable to finish off the tackle. Walker, a physical runner, but so far just haven't been able to make those tackles at first contact.
Yeah, I mean, like we'll talk about all season long, just that push up front does a lot for the opponents, and Bobcats just got to figure a way out to make that happen.
Pace back under center. He's just going to go straight forward. Good read that time. Almost ripped away there. Is that Farrell in there with the tackle? Had his hand on that football, nearly took it away. And actually, sorry, that was Hoffman that time with the carry for, it's like maybe he called it a long yard. Just about a half minute to play here in the first quarter. Rich County leads this one 8-0 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. 2nd down and long here. Again, single receiver out to the far side. Now set it a Twins look, far and near side. The sometime senior quarterback Hunter Pace out there with Hoffman under center. He'll give a direct give in the backfield here for number 20, Max Perry. And he is driving and carrying Bobcats along with him out near the 35-yard line. Going to be the last play of the first quarter, so we'll flip ends and come back with second quarter action next. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, Rich County Rebels 8, Hot Springs County Bobcats 0. This is Bobcat football on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network.
The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones Financial Advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted Jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Thermopolis, Wyoming, Hot Springs County Bobcat football. Homecoming Friday evening, 8-0 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. The visiting Rich County Rebels lead it. They have a 3rd down and 2 from their own 33-yard line. Shotgun set, handoff now there for Max Perry. He's out into the open, cuts past Bobcats across midfield. Another cut there, plenty of speed that time. The Bobcats finally ripping down and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So from the 33 of the Cats out to the 30 into Cat territory. So a pickup of 37 yards on that play for Max Perry. And Perry got on the outside, and he has some jets out there. He got going quickly. So a big play there for Rich County as they'll go back under center quickly here with Carter Hoffman. Hoffman, the 2 look in the backfield. This time Perry's going to be hit, but going to drag Bobcats again, diving forward inside the 30-yard line to about the 28. So a 2-yard pickup. Kind of got that little bit of that, got that 2-back set there with Hoffman under center.
Had to get my stats straight. Number 2, Perry, I was marking him down the wrong number.
Yes, number 20 is Perry's in the backfield there. Motion now from near to far side. Hoffman rolling out there. Is going to be hit and drugged down there by the Cats right near the line of scrimmage, so no gain that time for the sophomore quarterback. Was Trey Walker that was in motion there near to far side. I think they were trying to set up the option, but the options quickly ran out there for Hoffman. Almost looked like he ran it a little too narrow towards the defensive line of the Cats, who were pushing up the field, and it's Walker well past him. But again, that was Hoffman on the no gain. Spent a lot of time in the backfield again, so a lot of miscommunication coming on these plays for Rich County. So they're going to take a timeout here with 10:18 to go in the second quarter. We'll take it with them as the Rebels lead the Bobcats 8-0 here in the second quarter on 101.7 KDNO on the Wind River Radio Network. Coming back. And welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Central Wyoming College. Cats back on the defensive side of things. Trips here to the near side left. As the shotgun set is taken by Hunter Pace, he's going to throw it to the outside, looking for the reverse there. Was it a backwards pass? No, they're just going to say it's going to fall incomplete. So a 4th down upcoming here for Rich County.
And, yeah, I mean, that's a well-round play by Rich County. It just fell incomplete. I think I was trying to get the number over there. Was that Perry again, number 20, and it just kind of hit him in the hands?
Yeah, it looked like it did and just dropped it to the deck. So a 4th down and long upcoming here for the Rich County Rebels. It'll be the senior Pace under center. They'll send Perry out. He's in the open field, cuts up the field. Cats trying to bring him down, stop him up at the 20. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Give him 7 yards, but the Cats going to take over here as they get the 4th down stop.
Yeah, I mean, that play, he runs way out here in the backfield, gets this big loop and then head of steam coming, and it was basically a long lateral pass to him, and just try to get him up to speed by the time he hits the line of scrimmage. And good job by the Bobcats and keeping him from the line of gain. Yeah, it was good. Right at that end when he was trying to push for extra yards, got stood up there. Again, just got that out into the flat. Let's try a lot of motion from this Rebel team. So the Cats take over right at the 10-minute mark here of quarter number 2. Farrell and Shumway in the shotgun set, twins left and right. You know them, Dukes and Aarons on each side. Shumway takes a snap, gives for Farrell. He cuts to the outside, and another good shoestring tackle. Trey Walker, he's kept his eye. You almost wonder if he's spying Rhodey Farrell because he's been there pretty much every time Rhodey's gotten the line of scrimmage. He got 1 yard that time. Yeah, it does kind of seem like that. He is the guy that seems to be making all the tackles on Rhodey. Cats moving left to right now as you tune into this one on the radio, 101.7 KDNO on the dial. Got Del Dukes, Ryan Aarons here on the near side twin set, Armani Dukes and Chris Aarons on the far side left. Rhodey Farrell here on the near side hip of Gavin Shumway. Shotgun set, throw it to the outside into the flat. He's got Armani Dukes, got the reception, then he's hit right there, but Armani drags a couple of Rebels forward to get an extra yard or two out to about the, is that the 26-yard line maybe? Yeah, and there's a flag over there, by the way. Okay, I didn't see the laundry come out, but yes, I do see it now right around the line of scrimmage, and they're going to bring it back here. And let's see what the call is. Is that illegal motion? False start. Which again, I don't know why they don't blow it dead, but let's say yeah, they're going to call that a false start. Sometimes, I mean, kind of the same hand, so it could have been illegal formation. Number of things there, but yeah, if it's a false start, you would like to see them bring it to a quick close. So that's going to set up 2nd down and 14 coming up here for the Cats. Ball sitting about the 17-yard line, looks like. Yep. So Shumway and Farrell in the backfield. Again, you got twins near and far side. Shumway looks to the sideline. Final 5 seconds of the play clock. Got about 2 seconds to get off and finally does. Give for Farrell. He's in the backfield. Going to try to get rid of it. He's going to go way over the top. He's got Armani Dukes. Got him in stride, and he'll be drugged down at the 40-yard line as Farrell got away from his man and just had enough underneath that. So that one from the 17-yard line of the Cats' own territory into Rich County territory at the 40-yard line. So a 43-yard pickup that time for the Bobcats. We saw that play last week.
Yes, we did. Again, the Cats a couple of times, both quarterback Shumway and then that time Farrell putting over the top. They had a Rich County Rebel on their back and still had enough to get over the top. So obviously hitting the bicep curls pretty good out there in the gym are Farrell and Shumway. Looks like a little pressure coming from the Rebels. They'll push through, have some time over the top again as Shumway looking for Ryan Ahrens, but running with that the entire time. Looked like maybe Riker Hoffman, the sophomore safety back there. So good protection, though, by Thermopolis. Gave Shumway just enough time to get that throw off cleanly.
Bobcats changing up a little bit here.
So 8:19 to go in the first half. Join us at halftime for the Hot Springs Health halftime show. They'll introduce homecoming royalty as well, a couple of festivities there, so more of an extended halftime. But the Bobcats going to try to get on the board on this drive. 2nd down and 10. Shumway, little trouble, dump it over the top. They set up a screen. They got Farrell. He'll go to the outside. Breaking tackles there, getting near the 30-yard line. Knocked down at the 31, so a 9-yard pickup that time. Finally, that play worked as they let that one develop a little longer and dumped it over the top, and Rebels couldn't quite catch up with that one. They'll actually call it an 8-yard pop, apparently, that time down to the 32.
You don't know where Hoffman was on that one.
Cats peer here to the near sideline for the coaching staff to bring in the play. Taking a little while to get in, but now the Bobcats are ready here at the 7:40 mark. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, second quarter, trailing 8-0. Shumway looks over the defense. He's ready now. Takes the shotgun snap. Throws it to the outside. Has Del Dukes. He spins away from a tackle. Cuts it up the field. Now back outside of the 20. And a good pickup that time for the Bobcats. A 12-yard chunk that time for Thermopolis. Picks up the first down. And they're inside or right at the red zone. So just inside the red zone, about the 19.5-yard line, looks like.
Bobcats moving the football well now.
And I'll tell you, Kevin, Armani Dukes may have gotten away with just a quick foot step, look like, over on that far side. But you know what? If they don't see it, it didn't happen.
That's right.
Clock running down the 7-minute mark. Bobcats looking for their opening points of the game. In a defensive battle thus far, Farrell moves from the far side to the near side hip of his quarterback and now back again to that far side. And again, a little miscommunication on the play coming in. We've seen that on both sides. So a timeout for the Bobcats. 6:46 to go, second quarter. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard reads Rich County Rebels 8, Hot Springs County Bobcats 0. Back with more Cat football next on 101.7 KDNO.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Back here on 101.7 KDNO on the Wind River Radio Network, Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. Kevin, the Bobcats have been the beneficiary of some big plays, but now it's time to hit pay dirt here about midway through that second quarter as they try to get on the scoreboard.
I mean, to me, this is a drive that you have to absolutely have. I mean, you came down and you had a touchdown wiped off the board early in the game due to a penalty, and now you've got some momentum going, and you kind of got the defense pinned back a little bit, and unfortunately, the drive kind of just slowed down there with the miscommunication on the offense. Had to take a timeout, but let's see if the coaches can get them back on track here and see what they got dialed up.
First down and 10, just inside the 20-yard line for the Cats. Shumway in the shotgun set, sends twins to the near and the far side. Receivers set, Rebels feint some pressure here. They will bring it quickly. Give for Farrell. Dives under the tackles of the Rebels, and he'll jump over another tackle. He's looking for the pylon, and he dives into the end zone. Rody Farrell, a 29, bumbling, stumbling Bobcats touchdown as he just ducked under the first hit, and then it was a foot race. One more broken tackle at the 10, and then the pylon hit. Touchdown Bobcats, 8-6 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard.
channeling your inner Chris Berman there,
Yeah.
I see. And
I love it. Gotta get a Berman in on on the broadcast. We won't have the fastest 3 minutes in football, though, on the halftime show. I'm not that good. Bobcats not going to look for the tie here in the early going. They're going to go for the PAT with Owen McCumber doing the kicking. A lefty. Snap is good. Kick is good. The extra point is good. Bobcats put a 7 on the board as they cut the lead to 1 here with 6:35 to go here in the second quarter. Rich County 8, Thermopolis 7. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard back after this on the Wind River Radio Network.
Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Welcome back inside the broadcast. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with a touchdown for the Bobcats there. They finally pay it off with a 20-yard Rhodey Farrell touchdown.
yeah, really good drive by the Bobcats. And, Rhodey caps it off with a 20-yard run. It was kind of a race to the pylon, and the Bobcats come out the beneficiary of that.
Nothing like a little leap into the end zone to bring them back within 1. Owen McCumber getting better every day with the leg.
Yep.
As Rhodey Farrell, though, going to do the kickoff duties here. Gives it a toe punch. Didn't quite get to the 20. Underneath it is Max Perry. He's forward with a head of steam. Forwards that far sideline. He's going to get all the way into Thermopolis territory. Just inside the 50-yard line. So running under that with speed was Perry, Max Perry. And then sets up the Rebels inside of Thermopolis territory at the 49. So call it about a 31-yard return that time for Perry.
Yeah, good hard run by Perry, and they start their offensive drive on the Bobcat side of the field, just barely, but
Thermop defense has kind of flexed a little bit more here the last couple of times after that early touchdown drive just that went 20 yards. Rebels are set under center with Hoffman. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it here as he spins away, and he's into the open field. Coming to the near side here at the 30. Going to take a hit there as he's chopped down. That time on the outside by Gavin Shumway at the 27-yard line. So what is that, a 22-yard pickup? No.
20.
Sorry, the 27? Yeah, 22 yards, right?
Yeah.
Is my math good?
Yeah, 22, you're good.
A nod to Worland High School education.
There you go. He had me second guessing because I had it for 22, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Then I'm glad I could confuse everybody listening. These guys can't add. They said there'd be no math. Shotgun snap here for the Rebels, and this time it's swallowed up is Carter Hoffman as he's going to maybe dive forward for 1. That time, not sure. It looked like he was looking for a running back there, and he wasn't there and had to spin away forward and able to dive ahead to keep it a positive play.
Jordan, I don't think they hired us for our looks or our math skills, so I think we're doing fine.
Yeah, they only gave us 1 camera, so that tells you all you need to know.
We're doing great.
I get paid to talk. Every person who's ever met me is not surprised. Hunter Pace under center this time. He'll send Perry in motion here on the outside sweep. Oh, hold there, and then Perry lost his footing. I think regardless, there might have been a flag that would have come out as holding on the outside there. Looked like, I think Raiden Lutz was out there. Looked like it was held on to the tackler. I think that was Armani Dukes out there with the tackle. I'm not sure. I think it was.
It's going to go for
Going to be a loss now of about 5 yards or so.
Yeah.
And then the Rebels are going to take a timeout. So we step away with them here. 4:52 to go here in the first half. 8-7. Rich County leads it on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. More Bobcat football next on the Wind River Radio Network.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal and Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights, and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines.
Back to our friends at Gotchi after this third down and long play as the Rebels come out. Ball is on the deck there. Pace, a mishandled handoff that time looking for Noah Perry. And he's going to fumble it all the way back to the 35-yard line, so another loss of about 4 yards. And the Rebels are going backwards, and now it's decision time for the Rebel head coaches and coaching staff. They going to go for a short kind of a pooch kick here, or are they going to try to pick up all 15, about all 17 of these yards?
Well, I don't know what kind of kicking game they have in the field goal that we saw, or the field goal, the extra point, but
it does look like they are going to go for it here on 4th and 16. We'll send trips here to the near side. Pace, he'll drop back. 6-step drop. A lot of trouble. Bobcats in the backfield. Throws here now for his man, number 2, Noah Perry. And the ball looked like it might have been loose again. He'll be stopped well short of the first down, but give him about 7 yards, 8 yards on the completion there. So good pass that time by Pace to Perry, but in the end, the Bobcats hold firm and turn it over on downs.
We get to see the younger Perry, it looks like now. Junior Noah, I believe he's the younger one, isn't he? Max Senior, yep.
Yep.
And
yeah, so
Noah
they're just
Junior.
looks like a year apart there as the Bobcats bring Yarrington off the field as well as Cruz Mascaro there. Less than 4 minutes of play here in the first half. Bobcats trying to take a lead on this drive, trailing by 1, 8-7. So look to the near side, then we're ready, then look back to the near side for a last-second change. Shumway in the shotgun set. He's got Farrell back there. Throws it over the top quickly. He's got Del Dukes running, and he goes up, nearly makes a play there as Jaden Desch thought he might have had an interception through the hands of Del Dukes in the end. That was a ball that was pretty much a 50-50 by the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, both of them go up high for it, and nobody comes down with it.
Well, and Desch is a 6'1" DB back there, so really had to put some air under it there. You got a little bit of a size advantage on Del Dukes.
Yep.
I like the no-fear play calling, though, here as Shumway, again, piled up a ton of yardage last week, so got to keep rolling with that, especially with the success that Del Dukes has had here on the near side. That's where he's set up now in a twin set. They'll give quickly for Farrell. He drives through a couple of would-be tacklers to start, trying to get out near the 30-yard line. He hit at the 29, so give him 3 yards. 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Mm-hmm.
Well, always feels like an important play after getting a stop. See if he can sustain and pick up a first down. We'll see if the Cats can do it. Ryan Aarons here on the near side with Del Dukes in the twin set. Over on the far side, Armani Dukes. And on the outside is Ryan Aarons. Shotgun set, nearly mishandled there by Shumway. Throws it outside, and he missed Ryan Aarons there on the little out route. Again, that shotgun snap, I think, got Gavin moving pretty quickly and got the mind maybe moving quicker than the body could, and he missed Aarons. I'm not sure that Ryan doesn't have enough for the first down anyways, but would have been nice to complete it there to the far side, but that one falls incomplete.
And looking at this punt return setup they got here.
Yeah, again, you're going to have Max Perry back there, the speedster for Rich County. Farrell's got it now. Kicks it here towards the near sideline. Going to take a kick there. Perry's going to pick it up after a bounce. That's not the wise thing to do. Looked like he stepped out of bounds at the 50-yard line, but he'll get into Rebel territory. And the coaching staff just talking to Del Dukes there, trying to get in front of that returner there saying to kind of swarm around him, force him to be able to not pick that up, kind of let him just get under that bounce. And again, with Perry's speed, if you can field it cleanly, why not take a chance, but also always bring bad things into play when you do that. But at the end, Rebels going to set up inside of Bobcat territory again.
Yeah, I think Coach Versil is trying to tell him to break down, get in a good position.
Pace under center. He'll give now for Walker. Haven't seen Walker touch it for a bit. That's going to be a 2-yard pop on first down. Farrell in there along with a host of Bobcats to get that tackle. Again, the Rebels will receive that second half kick, so probably try to be careful with the clock. And the Bobcats, I think they have one timeout left, or did they burn all 3?
I thought they only burned 2, but math.
Yeah, I think that they do have one timeout remaining. The pace under center again. Running back in motion now is Walker. He'll get it. Bounce to the outside. Good blocking here. He's got Green in front of him. Cuts it up the field. Runs over one man. Staying on his feet. Lands on the deck. And the Bobcats recover it at the 20-yard line as Walker tried to hit one more man and lost the football. And the Cats have their second turnover of the day.
About a 18, is that about right? 18-yard run, then fumble?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, about an 18-yard pop. Fumbled it, turned it over to the Bobcats at the 20-yard line. I don't have a turnover pelt like a Bobcat pelt to have on the sidelines.
I don't chainsaw, moped, whatever.
Those things got popular for a while, but seems like they've gone by the wayside after they got a little too crazy on the sidelines. Gavin Shumway alone in the shotgun set, trips here to the near side. Motion far side and near side by Farrell. Farrell's going to get it on the end around. Try to cut it back inside and does, then takes on a couple of Rebels and falls ahead back to the line of scrimmage. So a lot of ground covered to pick up nothing.
A lot of dancing.
Again, you like when that one stretches out. And again, he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, had a chance to lose some yardage, so just sets up a 2nd down and 10 with a clock running at 1:40 to go. Bobcats a chance regardless to kind of chew up the rest of this clock. Shumway takes a shotgun snap. Going to throw it for Dukes. A little side armor, and Dell couldn't bring that one in. It was a little low, but I expect a receiver on the outside to bring that one in. So incomplete on 3rd down, and that brings the clock to a stop at 1:26 left in the first half. Remind you, Hot Springs Health halftime show coming your way next. Be a bit more of an extended halftime show with the homecoming festivities going on.
Yeah, we'll see. We got royalty, and I think the band's doing a performance.
Yeah, we'll get one eye on the stats during that halftime show, as well as get the second half keys to the game. Final 5 seconds going to be starting to be counted off. Now it'll be a handoff outside for Farrell. Farrell's got a little bit of room here, going to the outside, bounces it back, spin move there, but he's going to be stopped as he goes out of bounds. No, it doesn't go out of bounds, so the clock going to continue to run. So a 4th down play, and I think Rich County has used all of their timeouts. Otherwise, I think they probably would have called one here because the clock is running. Should be running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it stopped running there for a second. So if you're the Cats, I think you look at the back judge here and let everything, let it run down. You're not going to you're not going to go for it here with 4th and 5 inside your own territory. Again, with no timeouts, Rich County, you just got to cover this punt up well. Rich County being wary of the fake, though, with Farrell receiving it. Going to take the snap now, going to look, and going to punt it here towards the near side again. Del Dukes lets this one bounce back, and it's picked up here by Jaden Desch. Desch hit there at the 40-yard line, back to the 41-yard line. So Dukes that time did better to get out there, but it landed right on his right hip and bounced backwards, and Desch is able to pick it up.
Bounced behind him, and the other Rebel came around behind his backside there, and Delta had no chance to even see him.
Well, 37 seconds here. Bobcats still got to be wary. Going to probably see whether Pace or Hoffman has an arm here. Probably going to try to get some people over the top, and they've had some time, so the Cats secondary going to have to be wise to this.
I believe if we have time at halftime, we will hear from the AD and Bobcat golf coach, Brandon Daramidi. He's got to line a few activities out before he can come up and talk to us, but he's hoping to join us for halftime.
Absolutely. Talk about those 5-time state champion Bobcat golfers. Rebels here with Hoffman, going to roll outside of the right, has an option for Perry, cuts it up the field, but he's going to be hit there, kept inside the hash marks there at the 40-yard line. So the Rebels perhaps not trying to be too aggressive here late on, not looking for a change of possession moment. About 20 seconds left here, so we're going to see if the Rebels try to maybe get one more player, try to spike this ball. And that's going to be illegal motion on the outside. It's going to bring the play dead as Noah Perry wasn't able to get up to the outside and get set. Oh, apparently the Rebels did have a timeout, so they'll burn it there. Just a quick 30-seconder, and we'll stay with you here on the Wind River Radio Network. I want to remind you our broadcast is brought to you in part by Central Wyoming College. For information on their wide range of courses and programs, including their 4-year bachelor's degree programs, visit cwc.edu. Central Wyoming College, make your way out here. Less than 10 seconds to play. Draw something up here. Probably try to go over the top. I mean, fairly, not a whole lot of danger you would think in it. Of course, you're not going to try to turn it over. You get the ball back right at the start of the second half if you're the Rebels. So we'll see if they try to dial anything up or if they just stay conservative and see if they can get something on the ground to get rolling.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to maybe take a shot or maybe do like a little underneath something.
A little bubble screen maybe. Yeah, a little misdirection bubble screen maybe.
I mean, like you said, there's really no harm. There's 9 seconds left. If you throw an interception deep, you probably, barring some broken tackles, you'll probably be okay. Maybe try and get one of those kind of 2-for-1 situations going, get a late score, and then get the ball right back.
Rebels out of the timeout. They'll set up trips here to the near side. One man deep in the backfield. They'll get it to the outside, give it back for Pace. He's under trouble, and the Bobcats going to swallow him up in the backfield as Armani Dukes going to get the sack there. And along for the ride looked like Logan Defoe was in there as well. So Armani Dukes ends the half with a sack. Halftime score, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Rich County Rebels 8, Hot Springs County Bobcats 7. The Hot Springs Health halftime show comes your way next on the Wind River Radio Network and 101.7 KDNO.
Care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
Mark's favorite movie is Where the Crawdads Sing, and Amani's favorite snack is rainbow goldfish. Alec Sorensen and Amani Dukes. Your sophomore attendants, Austin Slagle and Zane Stam. Austin's favorite movie is Necessary Roughness, and Zane's favorite movie is The Dark Knight. Your sophomore attendants, Austin Slagle and Zane Stam. Your junior attendants, Ina King and Jarek Jeffs. Ina's favorite snack is hot fries, and Jarek's is donuts. Ina King and Jarek Jeffs, your junior attendants. Your senior attendants, Sadie Burr and Carson Williams. Sadie's favorite movie is The Warrior, and Carson's is Step Brothers. Your senior attendant, Sadie Burr and Carson Williams. Also introducing your senior attendants, J.C. Bassey and Rhodey Farrell. J.C.'s favorite TV show is Criminal Minds, and Rhodey's favorite movie is Billy Madison. J.C. Bassey and Rhodey Farrell. And now, for your homecoming royalty, Ruth Ann Johnson and Hadley Johnson. Ruth Ann's favorite snack is Milk Duds, and her favorite movie is Spider-Man, Spider-Verse. Hadley's favorite movie is Step Brothers, and favorite snack is scones. Your homecoming royalty, Ruth Ann Johnson and Hadley Johnson. Congratulations to the 2022 Homecoming Court and Royalty. You all look fabulous. Direct your attention to the field. Your Bobcat cheer squad.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted Jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
And welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. This is the halftime show brought to you by Hot Springs Health. Halftime score on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Rich County Rebels 8, Hot Springs County Bobcats 7. A defensive battle thus far in this one. Did keep you live there for a look at the homecoming courts and royalty there. So saw that and then see the Bobcat cheerleaders in a performance here at the halftime marks of the homecoming festivities. A full go here on a Friday, what is turning into evening now at Hot Springs County High School. Again, Jordan McCamey here with Kevin Simpson, and I think we're going to take a look at the stats here on the Hot Springs Health halftime show, and for that, turn it on over to Kevin.
All right, let's start off with your Rich County Rebels. Pace, he's been your main, quarterback tonight. He's rushed the ball twice for 3 yards, 2 completions off of 5 attempts, 20 yards only, a touchdown, though, and 1 interception. Hoffman's ran the ball 5 times for 28 yards. Walker has ran the ball 5 times for 37 yards. He's also caught 1 catch for 10, and that touchdown that we mentioned earlier. The older Perry, Max Perry, has ran the ball 8 times for 54 yards, and his brother has ran the ball 1 time for -4 yards and caught 1 pass for 10. Offensive totals for the Rich County Rebels, I've got 118 yards on the ground and 20 yards through the air for 138 total yards. We'll move on up to your hometown Thermopolis Bobcats. Gavin Shumway, no rushing attempts tonight so far officially. He has had 5 completions on 14 passes for 35 yards and an interception. Rody Farrell making a little bit of a splash tonight so far, 10 carries, 32 yards on the ground with a touchdown, as well as 1 pass that went for 43 yards. His only attempt went complete. He's also caught the ball twice for 6 yards. So again, Rody in a lot of the stat categories already in the first half. Receiving-wise, Dell Dukes, he's been active out there, a lot of targets. He's caught 3 for 29. Armani Dukes had 1 big catch for 43 yards. Outside of that, no other Bobcats contributing offensively to my totals here. I've got 40 yards on the ground, 78 yards through the air for 118 yards. So 118 yards total offense for the Bobcats, 138 yards total offense for the Rich County Rebels. Both teams kind of putting up a little bit of penalties on the Bobcats side, I guess. 25 total yards penalties and 10 for the Rich County Rebels. Not a whole lot of offensive output, as you can tell here. Scoreboard shows 8-7, and let's get that's your one-eyed look at the stats.
Thank you, Kevin. As we get those stats, you mentioned a defensive battle, and we kind of talked about in the pregame show. Maybe we expected that. This Rich County team held Mountain View to 12 points in a 12-10 loss there, and now 8-7. They have a lead here in Thermopolis, but the Bobcats seem to build confidence through that first half. It started off real rocky, but then they settled down after that, gave up that touchdown, the opening drive for the Rebels. It went 20 yards. It was on their own, started at the Thermopolis 20. But after that, the Bobcats, the only time Rich County has gotten into the Bobcat territory really is on the returns. Nothing, no real big plays after that for Rich County.
Yeah, I mean, it really just kind of has been a field position battle, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. Some punts, some big 4th down stops. Like you said, the only touchdown drive for Rich County was 20 yards, and that was it. I mean, yeah, a lot of defensive battles on both sides, and a little bit of give and take, I guess, is kind of the way I look at it.
Halftime score here in the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show. Rich County 8, Hot Springs County 7. Bobcats going to look to get back into it in half number 2 here on the Wind River Radio Network. But before we get going with the second half kickoff, we'll come back on the other side, and Kevin will have our second half keys to the game. You're tuned in to Bobcat Football on the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show on the Wind River Radio Network.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Welcome back inside the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show on the Wind River Radio Network, 101.7 KDNO. Remember, you can catch the live video stream of this contest via YouTube. Head on over to wyotoday.com. Right along the top, click on that sports icon. Then there'll be a hot link that says click here to watch live local high school sports. Click on that. Then find the Thermopolis versus Rich County YouTube box there, and that'll take you right here to the live stream. You'll have live streaming video, and of course, the siren-like voices of Kevin Simpson and myself, Jordan McCamey.
Yeah.
Second half about to come up here for the Bobcats and the Rebels, but before we get there, we got to take the keys to the second half for who's going to take the victory home here on this Friday night in late September. And to look at those keys of the second half, turn it on over to the color man, Kevin Simpson.
All right, again, having a plan is one of the keys to successful future. Tonight's keys of the game are brought to you by Edward Jones and your local financial advisor, Travis Winger. And the keys of the second half, I've got number one, let's control that line of scrimmage. I feel like we talk about this a lot, Jordan, and our guys are not the biggest guys out there, but the game's always won in the trenches. You've got to give Gavin some time to throw the ball. You've got to give Rhodey some lanes to run in. So we're going to say control that line of scrimmage. Key number two, defensive discipline. We talked about kind of the smoke and mirrors that Rich runs. Bobcats run some of that stuff too. Bobcats got to stay disciplined, stay in their lane, stay focused on not getting caught up in all that motion and following who's got the football and not who might have the football. And the last key to the game, or key to the second half I've got, is let's keep it clean. Penalty-wise, Bobcats have been fairly good this first half, except for that one big one that negated a touchdown, and that would have been a big one for the Bobcats right off the bat. So keep it clean, keep those penalties off, and sustain those drives. So those are your Edward Jones keys of the game, keys of the second half, brought to you by your local advisor, Travis Winger.
Thank you, Kevin. As the second half is just a few minutes away, the Rich County Rebels spent it there in the visitor end zone. The Bobcats have yet to emerge, and now they emerge there from the north side of the field coming out of Hot Springs County High School. So we'll get probably about 3 minutes back up on the board before we get going in the second half. And, of course, the Bobcats will be kicking it away to the Rich County Rebels. Halftime score here at Hot Springs County High School. It's the Rich County Rebels 8, the Hot Springs County Bobcats 7. That's going to wrap up our Hot Springs Health halftime show coverage. A tip of the cap to Hot Springs Health for their halftime show sponsorship. On the other side, it's more football action as the Bobcats look to get back in it in half number two, trailing by just one on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, 8-7. Bobcat football rolls on next on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
And welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. Halftime score, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, Rich County 8, Hot Springs County 7, just a 1-point game. And Kevin, you talked about a little bit that one penalty that negated that touchdown could have been kind of the difference between the Bobcats taking a halftime lead instead of trailing by 1 in this one. So again, we talked about that discipline. All the keys of the second half, I think, were right on for this Bobcat squad. And the first thing they're going to have to do is get out defensively and get a stop. But we will tell you, a penalty flag was thrown on the Bobcats as they failed to return to the field of play before the halftime clock had expired. You can literally show up to the field with 1 second on the clock, but if you are not on the turf when it reads zeros, it's a 10-yard penalty. So the Cats are going to kick from the 30, and just given the kicking game of the Bobcats, it is a pretty big penalty. So we talked about those mistakes, and that one, though, doesn't fall on any of them out in the purple. That one falls on the head coach and the coaching staff there for not getting the players back out on the field.
Yeah, you can ask McPhee about that after the game. I'm not going to go down that road, man.
There's an open window here. I don't think I'll bring it up.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, that's where it lays. It's not trying to call them out. It's just that is where the responsibility lies to get the team back on the field.
Yeah, it's tough because you lose some of that time. You had a couple of your players on the homecoming court, so.
And we're ready for half number 2. Bobcats will be moving left to right in this one. Farrell going to kick it. Going to be picked up right around the 40. Ball's loose on the deck and finally swallowed back up by the Rebels right at the 45-yard line. But nearly a big mistake there by Trey Walker. But he's able to corral that football. And Rich County will have the first possession of half number 2. 11:55 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. As we're back with live play-by-play action of Bobcat football on the Wind River Radio Network 101.7 KDNO.
Yeah, not feeling very, very clean there, and one more little bounce forward, and I think Bobcats would have had a shot at grabbing that.
Absolutely. Got a little game ball switch out here, so the Rebels going to get set. Got on Rebel Levi Stonehouse, small receiver out here deep on this near sideline. 2 in the backfield. Motion from Walker near to far side. Now cut it back up the field. He's hit there quickly by number 71, Mason Reese, and Reese is able to drag him down there. Celebrates, and Farrell, part of that corralling bunch there. Also think that Logan Defoe was in the area. Logan's had his name called a number of times tonight. He's been pretty defensively present in on a lot of tackles tonight.
Yeah, Logan Defoe, big guy out there, and he's fairly active on that defensive front. It's not the first night we've called his name a couple times.
And you like to see that passion there from Mason Reese. He was real excited about that tackle after the pickup of just 2. So 2nd down and 8 here as Hoffman's going to keep this one, and he's able to get past the line of scrimmage. That was a messy play there. Not exactly sure if it was supposed to be a fake handout, but there was already players buzzing by him. Then he just kind of had to put his nose into the scrum there and got it near midfield, but just another 2 yards. So a 3rd down and 6 upcoming. Maybe call it a long 6.
Yeah, just kind of fell forward for that yard there.
It's going to be Pace under center this time for the Rebels. Motion far side in the air here. It's Noah Perry. Then they'll hand it off to the other side there for Trey Walker, and Walker's out into the open. It's a foot race to the end zone, and Walker's heading for 6. A 51-yard touchdown scamper for Trey Walker and the Rich County Rebels. So they come out of the halftime locker room motivated. Good blocking there on the end around run. And it turns into 6 for the Rich County Rebels, 14-7 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard.
I'm going to have to give my friend Travis Winger a refund on my keys to the game because every time I say one of them, the Bobcats come out and do the opposite.
Yeah. So we'll see here if the Rebels decide to go for 2. Right now they lead it by 7, so it could make it a 2-possession game should they convert it. The first 2-point conversion just admittedly was kind of a pure luck conversion, and it was supposed to be a PAT attempt, but now they will look for the 2-possession lead. Here's the snap driving forward are the Rebels, and into the end zone goes Hunter Pace. He got hit in the backfield again, but the second effort from the Rebels turns it into another 8-point touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. 16-7 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Bobcats get their first crack at offense on the other side on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network.
I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
And we're back here live at the field. Bobcats trail at 16-7 here on homecoming. A 51-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 7 for Trey Walker. And now a low kick here for the Rebels, and just jumping onto it is Ethan Yarrington. As crashing down on that, Levi Stonehouse was trying to get down there quickly, but the Bobcats going to have good field position right about the 32-yard line. So again, field position hasn't been an issue for the Bobcats much of this game, but they're going to have to try to get it moving early. So after a big play offensively for the Rich County Rebels, we'll see what they have defensively for the Bobcats. See if the Bobcats can have an answer for them early on here in the third quarter, 10:21 to go.
Yeah, that PAT was a big play, stretching this out to a 2-possession game.
Shumway and Farrell in the backfield. Twins near and far side. Shumway puts in the mouth guard there. Ready for the snap and now receives it. Gives for Farrell. Farrell hit immediately in the backfield. Spins away from a tackle, though. And Rhodey Farrell is able to get back to the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line. Or actually just got maybe a yard.
They're giving him a yard.
So give him a yard there. A couple of changes for the Rebels here. The Bobcats get set again. Farrell in the backfield after a pickup of yard. Probably just give him a yard there. So Farrell and Shumway in the backfield again. Gavin awaits the snap. Looks over the defense one more time. Now has it cleanly to the outside. He gets it. Pass is completed there. It's for Chris Ahrens. He breaks a tackle. Gets the first down out to the 45-yard line. So give it an 11-yard pickup for the Cats there, and it's a first down.
Good play, and Chris making a little extra yardage out of that one on his own.
Absolutely a good pickup that time as Shumway got it out of his hands quickly, and then it was Chris Ahrens was able to make a move and pick up that first down. So a positive play for the Cats. First down and 10, nearing midfield. Rebels stack up 6 in the box now, and they'll bring pressure. And driving forward, it's into the hands of Gavin Shumway. He got past the defense. He breaks another cut. He's to the 10, the 5, and he hits the pylon. Touchdown, Bobcats. The Rebels almost ran past Shumway as he was able to get past the would-be tacklers. They keyed in on Farrell, and Rhodey didn't have it. It was a great fake there as he kept it in his belly for as long as he could and makes it a 55-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he tucked the ball and wrapped the middle and had some good blocking downfield. And then about the 15-yard line, I think he broke the cornerback's ankles and cut behind him.
Yeah, that was a heck of a jab step cut out to that far sideline. And the Bobcats with a quick answer. And it's 16-13 and make it 16-14 as Owen McCumber, the confident senior kicker now, as he's hitting PATs with consistency. 14-6 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. The Bobcats with a little fireworks there to pull within 2. They'll kick it away to the Rich County Rebels after this on 101.7 KDNO on the Wind River Radio Network.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
We come back here to live action as Rhodey Farrell is set to kick this one away to the 55-yard Gavin Shumway touchdown run. Bobcats are within 2. And now running up on this one again to the outside is Trey Walker, and the Bobcats had him hit at the 35, able to finally wrap him up near the 40, but a flag comes in. Not sure, that might be a face mask coming in there.
I was going to say there was a block in the back they missed back here too, but
now the Cats haven't necessarily been the gotten the most benefit of the flags this season, to be perfectly honest. And I'm not even sure if they're going to call it like if Rhodey or somebody came in late. I'm not sure, because it's going to be how many yards? Well, right now it's at least 10.
Oh, he's marching.
And it's going to be 15 yards. So that's a big penalty there, as the Rebels were set up at their own 40-yard line. Now they are at the Bobcat 45. So yet again they start inside of Cat territory. 8:46 to play here in the third quarter. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, 2-point game, 16-14. Rebels lead it. Pace under center again. He'll hand now for Noah Perry. Perry driving forward as the Bobcats try to stack him up and finally do it at the 40-yard line. So 5 hard yards for Noah Perry that time. And they got about five, 6 guys who touch it in the backfield. To see Jaden Desch come off the field for the Rebels. No changes for the Bobcats. Actually, Brody Sorensen did come off there as he's on the sideline getting some coaching on that side. Hunter Pace goes under center. Getting a little wishbone look going across the play is Trey Walker, and diving in there, Rhodey Farrell to make the big play as he comes up celebrating, beating on the chest King Kong style. 1 yard loss that time for Walker. Feel like they're in like a personal one-on-one battle for who can stop who.
It does kind of seem that way. They got a little anything you can do, I can do better type of situation.
And again, I like the emotions and the mentality of both squads. There's some celebrating going on, but it's not getting over the top. But they're just staying really ramped up. See what the Bobcats can do here on a 3rd and 6 play as Pace goes under center. They'll move in motion. Perry, they'll give for Perry. Tries to get the outside. He's hit quickly there, swallowed up by Jessen Bassey. Bassey able to make the stop just inside the 40-yard line to the 39. So just a 2-yard pickup, and that's going to set up a 4th down and 4 coming up. And again, it happens a lot for this Cat squad, but a big play here if you can get a turnover on downs and turn the Rebels away. You have really good field position.
They're all big plays.
Yeah, right. 6:50 and ticking away on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. 4th down play here as Pace goes under center. Got two bunch players there, and the Bobcats are going to jump, but I think it's a false start. Oh, no, they're going to call it an offsides.
That's going to give him enough for the first down, I believe.
Hold on a minute. Yeah, as I say, he motioned wrong. He called it a false start, but it wasn't offside, so the Bobcats didn't get the discipline there. We talked about those keys, and right now it's a 5-yard penalty on the offside. And so it's 1st down and 10 now for the Rebels at the 34-yard line. Rebels come in with a fresh set of downs now as they'll keep Pace as the quarterback. Max Perry in the backfield now, twins out to the right. Motion coming, they'll send around Levi Stonehouse coming across the formation, now sets here on the outside. Pace goes under center. He'll move Walker. The ball's on the deck again. The ball's loose, and I think the Bobcats came up with it. Rhodey Farrell holds the ball high, and the Cats commit the penalty, but then pick up a turnover on the mistake by the quarterback, Hunter Pace.
Wow. And Brody was right on top of that, and Walker, or not Walker, sorry, Hunter Pace just looking around on the ground, couldn't find it anywhere, and out from the pile comes Rhodey Farrell with the football.
And the simple exchange is where a lot of mistakes happen, and we saw it there. So the Cats able to force yet another turnover, and they'll get the ball now on the their own 34-yard line. Shumway takes a snap. A lot of miscommunication here is Shumway. I think they're going to bring that one to a stoppage because I think there was a false start before, and then Rhodey Farrell got hit by about 4 or 5 Rebels there. And again, the last 2 weeks, I don't understand why they're not bringing these false start penalties to a close faster. Like I said, I think some of them have been illegal motions, illegal formation, but that one was a clear false start there, and Farrell kind of took a little dog pile tackle there from about 4 or 5 Rebels.
Yeah.
But an early penalty on this drive sets the Cats back 5, 1st and 15 from the 29-yard line. Del Dukes, Ryan Aarons here on the near side. Armani Dukes, Chris Aarons out on the far side left. Now Ryan Aarons goes in motion, near to far side. They'll throw outside for Del Dukes. Going to try to get past his man. Breaks a bit of a tackle there. Got past Jaden Dash, gets out to the 41-yard line. So what was that about? How far was that? About a 12-yard pickup? Yeah, a little 12-yard pickup that time. So sets up a 2nd down and 4. So 11, 12 yards there for Del Dukes. And not as many fireworks for Del tonight, but still staying active here on the outside. Got Ryan Aarons here in the near side slot. Now he'll move near to far side. Shumway going to try to escape trouble. He will. Going to throw it over the top. He's got Dukes if he can get it over, and he does! Del Dukes brings it down inside the 20. Down to the 18-yard line. 41-yard hookup that time between Shumway and Del Dukes.
Wow, and that was kind of a rainbow, and Del was waiting on that thing. Just floated over top of the DB and kind of right in the breadbasket, and Del had to quickly turn around and go the other way.
And Jaden Dash has gotten burned a couple of times by Del Dukes, been underneath the coverage instead of right with his man.
Just call him toast.
Bobcats have the ball now on the 19-yard line. Aarons goes in motion again. They'll give the other side for Farrell, and the Rebels were ready for that little motion, and I think it's just a stop right at the 18-yard line. Maybe even
loss of a yard, it looks like.
Loss of a half yard, maybe. Yeah, it kind of still looks like it's sitting right at the 18 there from this angle, but the down marker over there has maybe a loss of a half yard. 4:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 16-14, Rich Rebels, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Bobcats trying to change that now. Give for Farrell to the outside. He's got some room there. Trying to cut it up the field. Breaks one tackle, runs over another, heading towards the 10-yard line. I think he's going to be knocked down about the 12-yard line. So maybe about a 6-7 yard pop that time for Rhodey Farrell, setting up a 3rd down and manageable.
Yeah, about 3rd and 5.
So maybe give him 6 yards there. Bobcats
waiting for the. I was going to call it for you. Bobcats looking to the sideline.
As they look to this near sideline now, waiting to bring the play in. Final 10 seconds of the play clock here. Shumway brings Aarons in motion again. Now he'll look to throw. Dump it underneath here for Farrell. He's got room. He's going to run over as he barrels over a Rich County Rebel as he crashes into the end zone. Rody Farrell scores for a second time tonight. This one through the air. Touchdown Bobcats, 12 yards into the end zone, and the Cats take their first lead of the night, 20-16.
All right. Let's go Cats. We're going to see a kick here for the extra point. Not any difference between 5 and 6, really.
McCumber has it down, kicks it again, and Owen's been working on it as he splits the uprights yet again. 21-16, 5-point lead for the Bobcats on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Back with more Bobcat football next on the Wind River Radio Network at 101.7 KDNO.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Farrell will send this one away for Thermopolis, who just took their first lead of the day, 21-16 on the 12-yard hookup from senior quarterback Gavin Shumway to the senior running back Rody Farrell. Farrell into the end zone for a second time, taking names on his way in as he barreled his way in. Cap set, and Rody Farrell approaches and puts a toe onto it. Running forward again is Trey Walker. Walker to the outside as a couple of Bobcats in chase, and a great tackle there, that time by Jessen Bassey again. And the Bobcats have had some great form on the tackling. They need to maybe institute that air between the hashes as on the coverage. They've had some really good hits as, again, Bassey got really low that time and chopped Walker down.
Yeah, some really good hits. And again, Bobcats just not on the good side of the penalties so far, even here in the second half, but making it work despite that on that last drive. So
yep,
Bobcats could really help themselves out here with maybe a 3-and-out, 4-and-out here somewhere.
With 3:22 to play in the third quarter, Cats have the lead for the first time, 21-16. Pace going under center again. Takes the snap, hands off inside, looking for Noah Perry. Moves to the outside, and spinning him down there was Ryan Aarons, but not before he picked up about 9 yards out to the 42-yard line. Or excuse me, the 47-yard line. So 8 or 9 yard chunk there, and that one was Noah Perry this time, I believe.
Not Steve Perry?
Not Steve Perry.
Steve Perry.
Should have been love. Underneath center. Quick snap there. They'll give for Noah Perry again. Now a flag, and I think they're going to call a false start again. Yep. As swirling out of there was Noah Perry, but in the end, it did look like early movement. It was just an odd exchange between center and quarterback. It almost seemed like it was early from the center. So again, the near sideline judge here brought that one to a stop.
Unless I've missed something, it's only their third penalty of the game, and
yeah, they've been pretty cleanly. I mean,
all 5-yarders for them.
Yeah, all of them have been pretty cleanly. Obviously, really the only punishing one was on the Cats that brought a touchdown back. Mm-hmm. So Rebels go under center, 2nd down and 6 upcoming. Pace again, hands it off now for Walker. Walker running forward strong out to the 45-yard line. So about a 3-yard gain there. set up a 3rd down and 3. First down marker at the Rebel 48-yard line. Heading towards the final 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Rebels set now. Bobcats, they'll move forward straight ahead with Pace, and Pace is still on his feet, but right near that first down marker. That far side judge has it marked just short of first down yardage, maybe?
Yep.
Well, outside, it's close. I mean, we're right down the line.
I'm going to guess we're going to see a measurement. Nope,
they're going to call it 4th down. So 4th down and literally inches. I would expect just a quick snap to the quarterback. Again, it's Hoffman in there now, the sophomore. Bobcats right there, and Hoffman is able to lean forward and pick up the first down, now charging ahead across midfield down to about the 47-yard line. So about a 5-yard chunk there.
The old 5-yard quarterback keeper.
Yep, as Hoffman, again, we talked about that kind of the trench battle that the Rebels have kind of controlled that on the short yardage plays. The Bobcats have wreaked a little bit of havoc in these longer down plays. First down and 10 now, minute 20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Cats again with that 5-point lead. Pace now, surveying the Bobcat defense, give for Walker. Walker bounces outside a couple of would-be tacklers, and now inside the 45 to the 44-yard line, so a 3-yard pickup. Bobcats doing pretty good gap control and doing a pretty good job of setting the edge there, not letting them get too far outside. They are picking up some yardage, but not letting that big gap open up like it did that time for Walker on that 51-yard touchdown that opened up this 3rd quarter. Inside the final minute now, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Pace waits a couple of running backs now. They'll go right around for Walker again, tries to get the edge. He has the edge now. He's into the open field, running up the sideline, breaks a tackle there near the 20-yard line. See where they mark it. So they were at the 44, and now they're going to mark it down to the 21, so a 23-yard pickup it looks like. If I'm right, if it's at the 21, and it is.
That puts Rich County over the 200-yard rushing mark.
And they, that's the second big play. I said they'd done a good job of setting the edge. That time, the offensive lineman on the outside just had a good seal-off block on that side, and it sprung Walker for that big pickup. First down and 10. Hoffman's going to spin away and take it, carrying the ball like a loaf of bread there, as that one was hanging out for Hoffman. Gets about 3 yards on that one, but the Bobcats, again, that one was kind of held loose on the outside. Now looks like it's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So we head to the culminating 4th quarter. Bobcats' first lead of the day, 21-16 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Homecoming night in Thermopolis. Victory? We'll see in the 4th quarter on the Wind River Radio Network.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
4th quarter is set to get underway here with the first play for the Rebels inside of Thermopolis territory at the 19-yard line. Here's the pitch outside for Noah Perry. Has a little bit of room, runs past Bobcats there, heading inside the 5-yard line or right near the 5. So a 14-yard pickup there for the Rebels.
changed the side of the field, and the Bobcats needed that stop there. Just kind of squirted out to the outside around the corner. And he can get moving when he gets some
Yeah, I was
some
going to say,
space.
both Perrys apparently see what the 1A track numbers are a little later this year for the Perry boys.
We have to go check Utah stats.
Got Pace under center now. Couple of running backs behind him. They'll hand directly for Noah Perry. They've leaned on him now. And just short of the end zone, maybe down to the 1 yard line. So 4 yards for Noah Perry.
Look for that. Probably going to put Hoffman under center, I would guess, and try to
just do that quarterback keeper.
Yep.
Put you on the sidelines, Kevin. I think that's a pretty good call. Although it looks like they can put Walker directly under there.
Yep.
Looks like probably for that sneak, and he'll push. He was hit right away, bottled up, and now they're going to say he did get into the end zone. That far line judge there says he broke the plane, and Rich County goes back on top 22-21, and see if they try to make it a 3-point lead here. Again, not that the Cats are some threat of kicking a field goal or anything like that, but still.
You never know.
Never know. McCumber's been really good on those PATs. As I say, struggled early in the season, but he's really improved his mechanics. They started a little bit wobbly, and now he's getting the end over enders, and they really do look good.
Get him a Mountain Dew or something, hype him up.
Yeah.
Send him out there. Let him lace a 40-yarder. I don't know. Who knows what we'll see.
Chip, I'm going to come at you like a spider monkey. 2-point conversion is where the Rich County Rebels are going to go with Pace under center. He'll go roll out to the back. Going to throw it to the back of the end zone, and it is caught complete there to number 5, Jaden Desch. Rich County now leads it 24-21 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard as they cap off a touchdown drive there. Bobcats get it for the first time in the fourth quarter on the other side here on 101.7 KDNO on the Wind River Radio Network.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
And welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. Do want to remind you our broadcast is brought to you in part by Central Wyoming College. For information on their wide range of courses and programs, including their 4-year bachelor's degree programs, visit cwc.edu. Central Wyoming College, make your way out here.
I believe they have a radio broadcast program over there.
They do have a radio broadcast program. The man in charge of that, John Gabrielson, a name that some may be familiar with over there, and actually went through that program. It was a lot of fun over there, a local PBS station as well, so some good programs at Central Wyoming College. The Rebels kicking it away. Good hands team out here. Yarrington again is able to bring it in there. It was loose for a moment, but Ethan Yarrington twice now has been able to swallow up the football into the midsection there. That one, though, probably had the coaching staff's hair raising on the arms.
Yeah, I held my breath there for a second, and I'm up here, so.
Thermopolis sets up at the 35-yard line inside their own territory. Farrell and Shumway in the backfield. 10:52 to go in this fourth and culminating quarter. Shumway has it. Throw it to the outside for Farrell. Farrell trying to come to this far near sideline. Is able to get to the near sideline and spin away from the last tackle, but he's drug out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. So a 12-yard pickup for Rhodey Farrell. Pretty good pursuit there, actually, by Max Perry. Is able to get to that edge to not let Rhodey turn it up the field, but a good opening play for the Bobcats on this drive.
Yeah, and Rhodey kind of gave him a stiff arm, got a couple extra yards out of that, and Rhodey was jacked up after that run. Bobby the Bobcat has made an appearance tonight.
Absolutely. Head referee asking for the clock to move right now, but it's not going to not going to start, and now Shumway takes a snap direct to him, and he's going to run with it. That was a design quarterback keeper as he heads inside Rebel territory down near the 45-yard line. So a 7-yard pickup there on, well, 6-yard pickup, I guess, for Shumway on first down. Play comes in here from the near sideline. Going to set up trips to the outside right. Armani Dukes, Ryan Aarons out that way, and also Chris Aarons out there. Dell Dukes, a single man here on the near side. They're going to try the little stop and go. Dukes gets underneath it. He caught that one near the 20 and dives inside the red zone down to the 17-yard line. A 29-yard pickup for Dell Dukes. Set that up, and again, Levi Stonehouse kind of bid on that little stop and go and never got his head turned.
I will say this now. Dell, over 100 yards receiving for the third time this year.
He is just piling it up. He has been a big factor for this Bobcat offense that's been pretty potent the last couple of weeks. Inside the red zone now are the Bobcats. Can pick up another first down inside the 10. Shumway sets his receivers. Trips look out to the outside right yet again. Farrell on his near side hip. Shotgun set. No, a hard count there. Got Rich County to jump again. That's an offside there, and that'll set up a first down and 5 from the 12-yard line for the Bobcats as they inch closer.
Good use of that hard count. About 5 Rich County Rebels came flying across the line.
About, the entire defensive line there. They've been trying to get quickly into the backfield. That time, Shumway able to hard count them into a easy 5 for the Cats.
Makes them back off a little bit.
Clock runs at 9:15 now. Shumway takes the snap cleanly now. Gives it for Farrell. No, keeps it himself. Bounces to the inside near the goal line. Stopped just short of a touchdown there as Shumway landed. I think he landed right on top of the ball. I think got the wind knocked out of him here as Shumway's going to stay down momentarily. 8:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. 24-21. The Bobcats right on the doorstep of the end zone. We'll find out they can punch it in next on 101 point. Excuse me, on KDNO.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe.
We're back here. First down and goal for the Cats. Shumway came off under his own power. Rody Farrell, Chris Aarons in the backfield. Waiting for the shotgun snap is Farrell. He'll take it himself, but he's wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage there at the 3-yard line. So Farrell and Aarons will look to the sideline along with the receivers Dukes. And looks like Ethan Yarrington into the game. Farrell has it again. waiting for the shotgun snap. Takes it, goes to the outside now, tries to get around one man, does. Diving towards the end zone, stacked up just short though. They get anything on that
Got about a yard.
carry there, maybe a yard to the 2.
And Gavin Shumway's going to come back in off the sidelines.
So good to see Gavin jog back in here. 2 important plays, clearly 4-down territory for the Cats, although we did talk about McCumber's leg. Could potentially go for the 3, but I doubt the gambler, Matt McPhee, is too interested in 3 points here on this drive.
The gambler. Kenny Rogers himself.
Shumway and Farrell now in the backfield. Trips to the far side, right ball on the far side hash. Del Dukes a single man to the near side. Shotgun snap, handled cleanly. Dukes has it, too low on the throw as Shumway put that one nose down, and I think he knows he missed him out there because they would have given Del Dukes at least a chance to try to juke out Jaden Dash out there, which he's done a couple of times. 4th down and goal here. Biggest play of the game here for the Cats as the clock is at 7:02 here in the 4th quarter.
That was Gavin's first incompletion of the second half.
Shumway and Farrell in the shotgun set. Farrell off to the far side hip of Gavin Shumway. They'll look to the sidelines. They want to talk it over a little bit more. 7:02 to play in this one. Bobcats trail at 24-21 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Can they punch it in for 6? Come back next on 101.7 KDNO.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted Jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Fourth down and goal. Bobcats trying to take the lead at the 7:02 mark of the 4th quarter. They've marched down the field. Couple of big plays. They'll set up twins here to the near side. Looks like Farrell and Dukes. Armani, Del Dukes, Ryan Aarons to the far side right. Shumway alone in the shotgun set. They'll move Ryan far to near side. They'll give for Farrell. He's going to set. He's got Shumway, and he missed him. He missed him in the corner of the end zone. Had a little razzle-dazzle on that one as Aarons came far to near side, got the handoff, then pitches it back for Rody Farrell rolling out. Shumway was open. He had to float it over one defender and just had a little too much air under it, and the Bobcats come up short. With 6:53 to play in the 4th quarter right now, though, the defense got a flex here, and we'll see if the Rebels just continue to try that quick quarterback sneak to try to get out of the danger zone here.
Good play design, a lot of razzle, and fell short on the dazzle, I think is what happened.
And it looked open. I was kind of blocked off. I didn't see that defender until he jumped up to try to tip that play. I thought he had Gavin just wide open for a quick little pitch into the end zone, but it was a little tougher throw. And the Rich County Rebels about to pick up a delay of game penalty. Not sure exactly what happened here, but the referee going to reset it now. So Rebels going to have a chance to get this one off as they reset the play clock. Pace goes under center. Farrell creeping up now. Going to get inside, trying to get their man there, diving ahead. Number 20, Max Perry, and he's going to chew off about 5 yards there. Maybe 6 yards.
It could have been worse. He really squirted through there, and I'm not sure who made that tackle, but there wasn't really anybody else behind him. Everybody was within 5 yards of that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so a 7-yard pickup there for Perry. And it's 2nd down and short for the Rebels. Break out of the huddle quickly. Perry in the backfield. Long here with Pace. Pace under center. Takes a snap now. Give for Perry. Perry running forward. Has the first down. Spins away from more tackles. Trying to take the ball away from him, but instead of completing the tackle, and Perry drags Bobcats out across the 25 out to about the 26-yard line. So a 17-yard pickup for Max Perry. Bobcats are trying to force a turnover there, but got to stay disciplined, make those tackles. If you end up popping the ball out in the process, that's a bonus, which they've done a couple of times today. But you just kind of got to complete the tackle there as they tried to rip that one away, and Perry's able to pick up 17 yards. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line, 5:45 to play in the fourth quarter. Handoff around here, a little miscommunication as Pace is able to dive forward. Again, they've had that a couple of times where there's been so much motion that they actually miss the handoff, but that one kind of a beneficial miss for Pace, able to pick up 4 yards on a broken play.
Yeah, just really discombobulated there, and very fortunate he was able to fall forward for 4 yards or squirt through there for 4 yards.
Again, the Rebels not going to be in any hurry here on this drive. So we head towards 5 minutes of play here in the fourth quarter. Rebels set now. Bobcats creep forward. They'll hand it off outside for Noah Perry. He's got room as he breaks across the first down marker, driven out of bounds now by the Cats, but not till he picks up the first down plus plenty out to the 44-yard line, so another 13-yard pickup. And the Rebels are chunking off double-digit pickups with consistency here as this game drags on.
This could be a real backbreaker for the Bobcats here. You have them all the way down. You fail to convert the touchdown, but you have them pinned at the 2-yard line, and they've already managed to get the ball out to the 44-yard line.
Yep, nearing midfield here. Clock is stopped on the player going out of bounds at 4:58. Rebels set now. Farrell getting forward, trying to get through to make a play, but squirting ahead is the Rebels number, looks like that's number
8?
Or 2. Was it Noah Perry again? I know that Hoffman was in the area, but I think it was Noah Perry that actually got the carry. So another 7-yard pickup, and the Rebels are going quickly, and they'll hand it right straight ahead again. Ball's on the deck. Ball's on the floor again. And the Bobcats come away with it.
Who fumbled that? Was that
a mishandled snap, I think, on the exchange. Is either a mishandled snap or is right on a quick exchange. It was a super fast exchange. They're looking to go from Pace, I believe, to Max Perry, and I think it just all developed too quickly, and they actually knocked it out of Pace's hand, and that has maybe been the Achilles heel of this Rebel motion offense.
I'm not sure did you get who fell on that?
I did not see. I know Mason Reese was in the area. It was definitely a defensive lineman, so Reese, or I think Defoe was also in the area. Bobcats have it now just near midfield. A quick change of possession here at the 4:30 mark of the fourth quarter. Shumway keep it in the gut of Farrell. Now give it to Rohde. Rohde coming here to the far sideline, and a hold's going to come in, Kevin. Whatever happens here, it's coming back.
Yep.
You hear the crowd get excited, and I understand why, as Farrell had a good physical run, but there was a hold right here on the near sideline, right around the 49-yard line. So right at the line of scrimmage, it's going to set up a 1st and 20.
Unfortunate, because that was a really good play for the Bobcats, and they were going to be moving, I think.
I think so, but I do think that for that time, the hold on the outside, I know that on that side of the line is Zane Stams out there. It might have gone on Zane that time. And that one, usually you get a hold sometimes in high school where it's kind of one that doesn't need to happen. That one I think really did set the edge for Rohde Farrell. Clock runs here at 4:18 to go in the fourth quarter. Shumway puts Aarons in motion here near to far side. Dump it for Farrell again in the middle. Good blocking by the Cats. He'll go to the far sideline, put the shoulder down, and run over one Rich County Rebel as he leaves Riker Hoffman in his wake as they pick up almost all that penalty yardage back up, 9 yards. Again, that little bubble screen setup. It's been pretty successful.
Good play. You get your ball into Rohde's hands and let him try to make something happen. He read the defense well, made the right turn.
Again, just setting up a better chance here as the clock is under 4 minutes now with Shumway and Farrell in the backfield. Take a snap, a little bit low. Shumway will keep it this time instead of handing for Farrell, but shooting through the hole that time was Noah Perry. Actually, that was Walker, Trey Walker with that stop. So 3rd down and 14 upcoming here. And the question for the Bobcats, it's got to be 4 down territory with just 3:20 to play. And you've already burned one timeout. You're just putting too much on the defense. So you got 2 plays to pick up 14 yards here.
Yeah.
Play is in. Twins left and right. Aarons and Dukes on either side of the field. Del Dukes here on the near side outside. Farrell now in motion here to the near side. He'll move. Shotgun snap. Shumway quickly over the top. He's going to look for Rhodey. Farrell, he's got him! Farrell hangs on as he took a hit out there by Levi Stonehouse, but Farrell, no stone hands on the outside as he drags in a tough catch.
He got rocked before he even came down with the ball.
So
that was a heck of a catch.
Absolutely, from the 45 of the Cats down to about the 35, 36 of Rebel territory. So about a 19-yard pickup there on the completion, and Shumway had to get it out of there, and Stonehouse maybe could have taken a gamble on trying to get the interception, but instead tried for the hit, and Farrell hangs on to a tough catch. 2:25 to go, fourth quarter. Shumway, Farrell in the backfield. Shumway going to keep it here. He slips through one tackle now, goes across the 35, dragged down at the 33-yard line. He slipped that tackle in the backfield and was able to turn it into a positive play. Cats on homecoming night now. Chance to drive down the field here as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes. Cats still have a pair of timeouts in this one, so not in a rush yet. Trips out to the far side right. See if Aarons goes in motion. He'll stay put this time. Shumway, time to throw. Del Dukes, a stop and go. He's got it. Touchdown, Del Dukes.
They're going to call him down at the 1.
Shumway, he got knocked down at the 1-yard line as Del Dukes thought he caught the pylon. A little stop and go from Del Dukes, shimmy, a shake, and nearly a touchdown. But the Bobcats right on the doorstep now. They're going to go under center with Farrell. He'll drive ahead.
Ball's on the ground.
And the ball was loose for a moment. I think the Cats got back on top of it.
Rhodey dove on it.
So that's going to bring the clock to a stop here. So far the clock's still running, and they're going to have to reset the clock to about 1:28 to go. That was a timeout that Rich County took. 24-21 as the Bobcats looked like not sure, maybe they lost a yard or maybe it was right at the point of contact there on the goal line. Kevin, I think we're going to keep it right here as this one develops late. A homecoming night showdown with the Rich County Rebels, who made a long trip over from Randolph, Utah. Rebels took a lead 24-21. Thought that they may have had the Bobcats in real trouble with a first down and 20, but the Cats able to pick that up. Rhodey Farrell, a tough catch, and then Del Dukes nearly getting into the end zone on what ended up being, a 32-yard completion to near the goal line, and now they're right on the doorstep.
Yeah, that was a couple well-thrown balls there by Gavin here late in the game, throwing it up there on the left side, and Rhodey makes a really good catch. Literally gets hit midair as he's coming down with that football. Could have been jarred loose. Good strong hands, good rodeo hands on Rhodey there, and then we get down with Armani and just gets that little stop and go route like we've seen him do before, and he's quick enough to get behind the defense. And Bobcats knocking on the door here, and what we've seen out of Rich County is if you can get this in the end zone here, I think we haven't seen him throw the football. I'm looking at my stats here real fast. They've thrown 5 passes for 20 yards. So
and an
interception. So if you can punch this in here, you've
put real pressure.
Put real big pressure on Rich County here.
So the Bobcats come out. Rhodey Farrell, Gavin Shumway in the shotgun set. Tight trips here to the near side. Ball on the near side hash. Shotgun set. Give for Farrell. He runs over a man at the pylon. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And there's a flag.
Flag on the play. Not sure what they're going to call here. I think talking about maybe the touchdown being good, and then maybe an unsportsmanlike.
Are you going to taunting?
Yeah, like an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, possibly.
If it's on Rhodey, I have some really good stories about him because I refereed some games back in the day.
So, thing is, on the extra point, I'm not sure if they take the penalty yards here, if it goes on the kickoff. I think it goes on to the kickoff, which is actually huge. You would almost rather the penalty yardage be taken on the PAT.
The coaches are signaling like Rhodey just made like a dollar, almost like a show me the money symbol up in the air, and like not like he was taunting at anybody. So they're trying to figure out why he was getting unsportsmanlike there.
And again, couldn't quite see it down in the corner.
It'll be assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah, and that's
big.
That's a big deal. So again, if Macomber can hit this, again, not that the Rich County Rebels have a big threat with a field goal, but this does force a touchdown for the Rebels to get back in it. PAT up.
Good.
Outside and good. Owen Macomber again makes it a 4-point contest as the Bobcats go on top late in this one. 28-24, an exciting culmination coming your way on the other side. Minute 26 to go. Bobcats looking for the homecoming victory on the Wind River Radio Network.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
28-24, the Bobcats go on top with the 1-yard Rhodey Farrell touchdown plunge. The only issue here, Kevin, is that the ball is going to be at the 25-yard line. My question is this. If you are head coach McPhee, do you, no matter where it goes for a big play, I know that there's a minute 26 left, but do you try to angle this out of bounds even if you get it, or do you just trust that Rhodey kicks this one and kind of let it fall where it may?
I think there's some room over here by the 40. They're shading to the right side. I think Rhodey does have a tendency to kick it over there, but I think you just kick it and let the cards fall where they may.
And here comes Farrell. We'll see what they do, and he does just kick it. Line drive kick, and it's snagged out of the air by Trey Walker. Walker here to the outside, shakes off one tackler, gets up the field. He's into Bobcat territory, and knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line. So the ball is inside of Cat territory. Bobcat defense really has to show up here with a minute 18 to go. Rich County, I believe, with 2 timeouts left.
This is where we talked about Bobcats going to have to stay disciplined here. They're probably going to run some, motion across here, move some guys around. Bobcats got to stay focused on their man, and like I said, make them beat you in the air. They're not a big throwing team. Play man-to-man, one over top.
Crowd going to stay into this one. Minute 18 to go. First down and 10. Rich County Rebels at the Bobcat 43. Under center. Ball nearly lost on exchange. Here comes Walker forward. Again, nearly a miss exchange there from Pace to Walker. And now a timeout quickly by Rich County. That was a pretty quick spend on a timeout at the 39-yard line. 28-24, minute 5 to go. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Wind River Radio Network.
Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
And welcome back inside the broadcast. Set the scene for you. Bobcats lead at 28-24. Minute 13 left in the fourth quarter. Rich County Rebels took a timeout there. They'll go under center with a 2nd down and 6 upcoming. It's Hoffman under center. He'll go to the outside for an option play. He'll pitch it now for Max Perry, and he's knocked out of bounds near the 1st down marker. And we got a Bobcat down in the backfield, but popping up quickly is Jessen Bassey, so he's all right. Going to be a 1st down at the Cat 33-yard line or so.
Yes.
About a 10-yard pickup there for Max Perry. And again, did the good thing. He got to the outside, was able to get out of bounds, stop the clock. Rebels come to the line here. Going to be Hoffman under center again. He'll go to the outside. Bobcats moving up the field, and now a hold's going to come in out here regardless what happens here. Kevin, I think a hold's coming in as Max Perry gets ahead on about a 8-yard pickup, but this one's going to be coming back. And actually they called it a block in the back in the end. I did see the play. Then, of course, the Cats are going to take the yardage. It doesn't matter that's first down. That's inconsequential to what's happening.
Still 10 yards either way you look at it. So
yeah, and the main thing, time ran off the clock. That's a big thing. And now the penalty, the Rebels have to be quick because as soon as this ball is set, the clock will get running. And
should be running right now.
And there's, well, once the referees have it set, should get running. And there it goes. And the clock runs now at 59 seconds. Pace under center. He'll throw to the outside. Good blocking out there for Perry. Perry, though, drug down inside. Ball's on the floor. The Bobcats recovered. Forcing a fumble. Are the Cats on the outside? Oh! And the Cats, that one pretty much seals it up, Kevin. The Rebels can only stop it one more time. And the Bobcats going to pull off a homecoming victory as they do say it's Bobcat football. Another fumble and recovery by the Cats as Max Perry puts it on the deck for the second time tonight. And the fumbles curse the Rich County Rebels as the Cats are going to march to their first victory of the season as they'll go into the homecoming celebration in 44 quick game seconds. We'll see if the Rebels try to bring this to a stoppage at all or if we're going to get the sportsmanship end of this one, although I do expect them to burn a timeout just in case of a poor exchange. Shumway quickly to a knee. And no, Rich County is not going to gamble on the potential miss exchange. So Bobcats one kneel down away from a homecoming victory and moving out to 1-3 on the season as the head coaches and coaching staff on the sideline start to exchange congratulations.
And I'm not, I checked next door. I think Rhodey Farrell might have been the one who fell on that recovery there too.
It did look like it looked like Rhodey out there. It's a long ways away from our broadcast position. This will be the final snap of the game. Final 10 seconds gonna skip away here as you see the Bobcats celebrate in good fashion on the sideline as the crowd comes to life and the Bobcats victorious on their homecoming as the seniors will go out with a homecoming victory as they celebrate on the sidelines. Final score, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Hot Springs County Bobcats 28, Rich County Rebels 24. The Bobcats victorious on a Friday night homecoming style. Click it or ticket post-game show comes your way next. This is Bobcat football on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Moreland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal and Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
And welcome inside the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson alongside you. If you're just tuning in, you missed a heck of a game as the Bobcats go out victorious on homecoming. 28-24 your final over the Rich County Rebels on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard as the Bobcats are in the huddle celebrating what is their first victory of the season. A well-deserved one, forcing turnovers late on in that game as Rhodey Farrell recovers that final fumble by Max Perry and the Rich County Rebel offense, and the Bobcats finish off a 28-24 victory in great homecoming style as fans, cheerleaders, and others lining up to congratulate the team on the far side of the field in this one. You'd like to be inside that huddle right now hearing what head coach McPhee has to say as the Bobcats get a big win.
Yeah, I mean, been a tough road for the Bobcats in some of these games. You've seen, a lot of offense in these games. They come on the wrong side of it. And, kids at homecoming, like you said, those seniors out there, they get to think about their last homecoming game, and they're going to come away with a victory. And what was an absolute heck of a game by both teams, honestly. A lot of action-packed on both sides. And the Bobcats just found a way to grind this out and made some big plays and won and got the football back with, gave Rich County the ball back with not a whole lot of time and just kind of started melting that clock away, and then came with that last big play of forcing that fumble and recovering it.
A huge play there because you just don't know what can happen. It was a great tackle because it was inbounds regardless. The fact that it turned into a fumble recovery, all the better for the Thermopolis Bobcats as they win 28-24. Your final score on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. This is the post-game show brought to you by Click It or Ticket. Wyoming, Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson bringing a Bobcat action all season long on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network. The Cats get their first victory of the season. Rhodey Farrell, a big part of that defense, a really big part of that one, forcing turnovers, had an INT, 3 fumble recoveries in this one. And again, we talk about the mistakes. The Cats made them early and the Rebels made them late, and the Cats end up making them pay. And Kevin, you think about how potentially heartbreaking that game could be when he had a penalty take a touchdown away. You get turned away at the 2-yard line. There was just a lot of emotion this game for these kids, especially still what is a young core, even though getting more experience now, for them to keep level heads, to stay in it, to stay focused, and finish off that touchdown drive from the 1-yard line with Rhodey Farrell, and then to stand up on defense and make a big play. Just a big tip of the cap to not only the boys, but the coaching staff out there.
Yeah, perseverance. You sit out there and you take it on the chin a couple times, and you have a couple things that don't go your way, and it's easy just to say, well, here we go again, and we've been down this road before. But the Bobcats really stepped up and accepted that challenge tonight, and like you said, just kind of stayed the course would probably be a good way to talk about it, and made what needed to happen.
Absolutely. This is the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Final score on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Bobcats 28, Rebels 24. Cats move out to 1-3 on the season. This is the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Coming up a little later on, we'll get our final game stats. We'll get our storyteller player of the game, and of course, we'll talk to the head man in charge, Matt McPhee. All that coming up on the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Don't go anywhere on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
And welcome back inside the Click It or Ticket post-game show on the Wind River Radio Network. Final score, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, Bobcats 28, Rebels 24. Cats get their first victory of the season. Head coach Matt McPhee on his way up for our coaches conversation. Of course, we'll have final stats and our player of the game coming up. But, of course, we'll talk with the head man in charge as he's in the broadcast booth now after what was the Cats' first victory of the season. And, Coach, you combine the first victory for this team. You combine homecoming, all the adversity this game. I mean, what was it like inside that post-game huddle after what was a big win?
Felt good. Just happy for the kids. It's been a tough start to a year, but coming up here after the game, I think we've seen some growth. We have. Just proud of the kids. It's really a good feeling knowing that those seniors got this memory that they could claim for their senior homecoming game at home. And it's a beautiful weekend. It really is. You've got a lot of folks coming back in town, and we had tremendous support out here. And you ended up having a really good football game back and forth. And the kids made some plays in the end, battled through adversity, and thought they played a really good second half.
And you mentioned that word right there, adversity. You had the touchdown turned away by penalty. You get shut down at the 2-yard line. It would have been easy for a young team to possibly get emotional, let things get out in front of them, but this team stayed level-headed. Do you give a tip of the cap to the seniors, coaching staff, or is it just kind of that combined effort?
You give the credit to the kids. I mean, you really do. We sit there on the sideline. We work hard during the week. They work hard during the week, but come out here on Friday night, they've got to make plays. They really do. And adversity. We had it, that block in the back, or I guess it was a blindside block on the first touchdown in the first half, was a big one because we didn't cap it with a score on that drive. But they just battled. A kid like Dell Dukes came up big in the second half and didn't have a great first half, if you will. But we talked to him in the locker room, said, Dell, you're our guy, and we're going to continue to go to you. And Gavin Shumway's the same thing. And I can't say enough about Rody Farrell. I mean, what he does on both sides of the football. I mean, he's the heart and soul of this unit, and proud of him and what he was able to accomplish tonight.
Like he alluded to, adversity and stuff, and the word I kind of used was the perseverance of the Bobcats. I mean, you talk about how easy it is to kind of get punched in the face a little bit, and you get those calls that just don't go your way. But I thought your kids did an excellent job of keeping their composure and keeping focused and just executing your game plan. I mean, they look good out there tonight on both sides of the football, and they fed off the crowd tonight, and I guess just go further into what they were feeling in that post-game huddle.
I have no idea. That was 35 years ago, but I know it feels good. I'm proud of our coaches. Our coaches work extremely hard, and we've been looking for this one for a little bit. And football's a little different beast. You don't get too many opportunities during the season, and we knew that we had an opportunity. I thought we were in a ball game a week ago, but when it's over, it's over. The board reads what the board reads, and it just feels good. And there was a lot of smiles on those faces in that huddle, and there should be.
And, Coach, if you could sum up, which is tough, but in one word, the first half of this season, if one word put something on this Bobcat team, what is it?
Growth. I mean, I really think it is. It's, I look out there, we've got, 2 freshmen playing defensive end at certain times during the ball game. Our outside linebackers, and 3 of the 4 of them are sophomores, and you've got sophomore playing safety. It's just growth, and it's neat to see the development from the kids and the effort and commitment that they're giving us Monday through Thursday to come out here and give their teammates a chance to win a game on a Friday night.
And, Coach, do you have any special message to those seniors out there? Just 3 of them out there on the field for you, Owen McCumber, Gavin Shumway, and Rody Farrell. You have anything to say to those 3 boys?
Well, I'll say the same thing I just told them in the breakdown after the game. I'm just proud of them, and I'm happy for them. I was really happy for them to have this game and this memory. And, that's what at the end of the day, when we walk away, when they walk away from the game, that's all they've got is memories. And, I think the memories that are created in that locker room and on this field and the brotherhood that exists and that will continue to grow, that's what it's all about. But they won't forget. They won't forget forcing that fumble on that last drive. And, Rody Farrell won't forget scoring in the end zone. And, he probably won't forget spiking the ball and costing us 15 yards either. But yeah, actually, he may forget that one. That won't be in his memory when he's my age. He'll just remember the touchdown. But I'm proud of the kids and proud of the entire program.
Head coach Matt McPhee with us here on the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Coach, any final thoughts before you go and celebrate this one and get prepped for next week?
We just appreciate the support and proud of the kids, and we'll head on the road next week to Pinedale and see if we can keep this thing rolling.
Head coach Matt McVie there on the Click It or Ticket post-game show. On the other side, we wrap the stats for you. Name our storyteller player of the game. Stick around on the Click It or Ticket post-game show on 101.7 KDNO.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted Jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
And welcome back inside the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. The talk with the coach there after an emotional victory, homecoming night. I mean, pretty much said all the things that you want to in an interview late after homecoming victory.
Yeah, I get the pleasure to go talk to him every day, or not every day, every week, and we sit down and, you talk about the kids that, when they lose, they take it hard, and he's kind of a guy, and his coaching staff's the same way. When they lose, they take responsibility for it, and they take it hard, and they get back to work. And so it's great to see the kids celebrate and to get to see the coaches celebrate those victories as well. So hats off to Coach McPhee and all the Bobcat players on a hard-fought won game tonight.
Click It or Ticket post-game show continues now with our look at the full game stats. And for that, I turn it right back over to Kevin.
All right, we're going to start off with your Rich County Rebels. Stat line for them tonight, Pace, the quarterback, 6 attempted rushes for 7 yards, only 5 attempted passes, completed 2 of those for 20 yards. 1 of those goes for a touchdown. 1 of them goes for an interception. Hoffman runs the ball 8 times for 37 yards. Walker, Trey Walker, number 3, he runs the ball 13 times, 123 yards for him tonight on the ground, 2 touchdowns. He also chipped in for 1 catch for 10 yards and a touchdown. So Trey Walker tonight, big night for him for Rich County with 3 touchdowns of his own. We're going to go look at number 20, Max Perry, the older Perry brother tonight. 12 carries, 89 yards, a touchdown for him, no catches. And other notable stats would be his younger brother, Noah Perry. 8 carries, 49 yards, 1 catch for 10 yards. Offensively, Rich County puts up 305 yards on the ground, 20 yards through the air for 325 yards of offense. So decent output on offense for Rich County. Let's move up to your Thermopolis Bobcats. Gavin Shumway tonight under center, 7 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown for him. He also completed 13 of 23 passes for 200 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rody Farrell carries the ball 18 times for 54 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw 2 passes tonight. One of those goes complete for a 43-yard gain. He also chips in 5 catches tonight for 46 yards and a touchdown for him. So 3 touchdown night for Rody Farrell as well. Dell Dukes again over the 100-yard mark receiving, 7 catches for 143 yards. His brother Armani, 1 big catch for 43 yards. Chris Aarons, 1 catch for 11. Offensive team total for the Thermopolis Bobcats, 132 yards on the ground, 243 yards through the air for 375 yards. So they eclipse Rich County tonight, 375 yards total offense to 375 yards to 325 yards. And those are your those are your one-eyed Buffalo, one-eyed look at the stats.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. And as we wrap up our Click It or Ticket post-game show, we got to look at the player of the game, and we'll name that player of the game next on 101.7 KDNO. This is the Click It or Ticket post-game show.
Unless you
Welcome back inside the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. And as we wrap up this post-game show, one final thing to get to, and that is the Storyteller Player of the Game. And tonight, Kevin, it's pretty easy tonight. Again, it's a senior. It's a tip of cap to all the seniors, but, man, the senior playmaker out there, it's Rody Farrell with just a big night.
Yeah, I mean, we say it's the storyteller, the player of the game. He tells the story. I think Rody tonight wrote a freaking novel out there. I mean, he's out there filling up the stat sheet again every week with, rushing stats, passing stats, receiving. So we talked about it, 18 rushes, 54 yards, 2 touchdowns there. He completes a pass tonight for 43 yards, and he catches 5 of them for 46 and a touchdown. And then the sequel to all that, I guess, we'll put it out there. He puts out his second work of art, I guess, and unofficially, according to the stat sheet we have, he was the beneficiary of 3 of those fumbles, picks up all 3 of those or falls on them. And so defensively, he's out there making all kinds of tackles. We have a stat sheet full of those. So Rody Farrell is your storyteller player of the game.
Yeah, and it could have been the culminating play that may have been a strip and fumble recovery. But whatever the story is, the best storyline of the night, Bobcats win 28-24 over the Rich County Rebels. That's going to do it for us tonight from Thermopolis. Bobcats out on the road. Next week, we'll head on over to Pinedale, Wyoming to take on the Wranglers. One more time, for Kevin Simpson, I'm Jordan McCamey. Bobcats 28, Rebels 24. Until next time, go Bobcats.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware.